Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the FIFA Online 3, the Intercontinentals 2016. I'm Evil SWAT, and with me is CBD. Firstly, we'd like to apologize for the very long delay in starting the English stream for this tournament due to lots and lots of major technical issues here, but we sincerely apologize for that. But now we're back online, and we've got a lot of updates to go through because what you've been seeing so far in the stream was the direct Thailand feed, and I'm sure you guys have been watching the matches that has gone so far. There has been 6 matches that's going on, including Singapore's very own Amran. So in his matchup in Group A, the very first match of the day was of course Thailand A versus Singapore, and we are not sure of the exact scoreline, but what we do understand is that Singapore unfortunately lost to the top-seeded Thailand player, and he immediately played the next match, which is against China A. Now China A, as most of you have known by now, is the current reigning defending FIFA Online 3 World Champion, and he put up a strong fight and he only lost 1-0, so that, you know, he goes back home with 2 losses officially, but he put up a very strong, commendable fight against 2 of the of the best players in the world, which is both Thailand as well as China A. And the third match of Group A, Thailand A against China A, it ended in a draw, a 1-1 draw. So for Group A, the two qualified participants are China as well as Thailand. And sorry, I believe the top player is actually Thailand, if I'm not mistaken, was it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was Thailand because from what I understand here, the group stages, only the top player in the group will qualify, and I believe that because of the draw, because of the higher win that Thailand has, Thailand is actually the top scorer there. So yeah, we just got confirmation of that. Group A, the qualified player is Thailand A. And going over to Group B, first match was of course Ukraine versus South Korea, and that match ended in a 1-1 draw for both of them. South Korea and versus Indonesia was the next match, and that ended in a win for Korea, 2 goals to nil in favor of Korea. And in the very last one, Indonesia versus Ukraine ended in a 2-0 win for Ukraine. And from what we understand, there might be a bit of a change here, but what we know at the moment is that it is Ukraine, the Ukrainian player, that qualified to the semi-finals for finishing top. Now we have another 6 matches to go. Up next is France versus Vietnam in Group C. We have Group C, which is France, Vietnam, as well as a second player from China B. And later on in the evening, we're going to have a Group D match that is Sweden and Thailand B, and of course Malaysia's very own RB Arroyos. He's going to be playing in Group D.
Arroyos.
Yep.
The massive head of hair.
And of course, if you guys, are following us over here, head on over to our Facebook page and give your fullest of support to Arroyos. He did mention online that he's pretty nervous to go up against heavyweights because the players, finally we have a truly international tournament, not just in Asia. We're not just limited to the likes of China, Korea, Thailand anymore. We're playing with the big guns now.
Correct.
Ukraine,
You've got
Sweden,
the big names.
France.
Like, in Arroyos' group, we have Boras Legend. A few years ago, he won a huge FIFA 13 tournament in Vegas. I think he walked off with at least $50,000 over 2 days. So he has quality, he has the experience in big tournaments, and Arroyos, in contrast, he hasn't been to many international events, so he could be feeling the pressure. More toilet breaks maybe.
Yeah, he could need that because as you remember in the road to Thailand Malaysian qualifiers, he won the very last game after a very lengthy toilet break.
15
minutes toilet break. Apparently he was fighting a snake.
Oh, that's what he says.
I'm not so sure
Fighting off a cold sweat in the toilet, more like.
Whether is that a euphemism for something else or whether he's showing off his own abilities, but still, it's a very big thing for him. Alright, yep. And well, in Group C, talking about Group C, which is the upcoming match, it's of course France versus Vietnam A. From what I understand, the Vietnamese players' nickname is Some, as in S-O-M-E, and the French players, Giuliano.
Yeah, Julien Dassonville, one of the biggest names in FIFA, in competitive FIFA in the world. So Once again, you said the big guns are here. We hope FIFA Online 3 comes to Europe pretty soon. We want to see a big world event. And, with the big names coming, it's going to get a lot more exciting.
Yeah, exactly. Ever since the new Impact Engine upgrade that's been coming in here, the game has really exploded worldwide. It used to be a huge game in Asian context, much bigger than the regular FIFA 15, FIFA 16 games. But ever since the Impact Engine, we've had players like Giuliano from France, Boras Legend from Sweden, and Josek, of course, from Ukraine. Josek is representing his team Navi, well known in the Dota circles, but getting more and more known in other games as well, like FIFA Online 3.
Josek has been around for years. He's been around since he burst onto the scene in 2011 at the European Championships when he won. He was the one who originally could do the Hibidi shot really well as well. So, he knows all these bugs. He knows how to beat players. He knows how to play FIFA, basically.
Yep, that is right. And we're just at the moment, there's still some stage games happening there. They're just waiting for the start of the next match, which is between France and Vietnam. There's going to be a huge start there. Because it's really interesting to see all these legendary players from the regular FIFA games. Like you mentioned, Boras Legend won the FIFA 13 tournaments, 50 grand US dollars. And talking about prize money, of course, the rewards for this tournament is no slouching matter as well. For a total reward of about $33,000 prize pool, the winner, the top player of this tournament will go home with almost 10,000 US dollars. And even the eliminated players, there are 12 players from 11 countries here. Even if you finish 12th place, you still get $1,250.
Yeah,
that's some spending money just by attending the tournament.
Correct. Amran, for example, walking home with 1.2k USD, and then a month ago he beat me in a penalty shootout. So fine margins in FIFA. So
he really did, yeah.
Yeah. Somehow. A bit bitter, but at least Garina, thank you for paying me money to appear on stream. But yeah, these are why people play FIFA competitively. You fly to these events, you get paid good money, you get treated like a king.
Yeah.
So for the guys watching at home, keep practicing, respect the grind, and hopefully one day we'll be teammates at Asian Championships.
Yeah, exactly. That is correct, because upcoming next is the Asian Cup, which is happening in the second half of July.
Second half of July, we are hearing in Shanghai. So the Chinese fans, I can vouch for them, they're insane. I was there in 2009 and 2012. Once you step out the gate at the airport, they rush to carry your bags for you. So they are dedicated to these international
that's
athletes.
a superstar treatment
That is.
And but then not only do you win prizes and money just by winning your own home ground tournaments, like the Singapore qualifiers, the Malaysian qualifiers. You attend all these tournaments, you go over to China, you go over to Thailand, and you win extra prize money. So it's like it doubles your rewards just by winning your tournament and representing your home country.
The money motivates, but for me, it's all about the glory. It's not about the money. The money legitimizes the sport, but it's about the glory. Representing your country,
being the top dog in your country.
Correct, and flying around like a prince, like a king. It's what it's about.
Yeah, that's right. And that's Singapore's representative on screen right at El Pistolero. Sadly, he finished the tournament in 9th to 12th place due to his elimination after his 2 wins. But of course, up next later on, we will have Malaysia's very own Botak King,
Hashtag
RB
Go Botak.
Arroyos. Hashtag Go Botak, guys. Make sure you post that all over Facebook. Get all your fans to come down here, of course. And of course, I know that we are running short on time. We came into the stream very late due to lots of technical difficulties. Once again, we apologize for that. But codes are coming, do not worry. We will have the first game first, France versus Vietnam, and then we'll show you the first code. There are a total of 4 codes in total for today, so do stick around and do watch us for the rest of the show here. It looks like we are on track, on schedule so far with not much delays, but still we're just waiting for the start of the next game, which is France versus Vietnam. And how about that? On screen, Kiatasiuk Senamwang, definitely the best Thai player in real life football. This is a Thai legend. If Singapore has Fandi Ahmad, if Malaysia has Dola Saleh and Zainal Abidin Hassan,
I'll tell you what, I probably would not recognize them as well.
Yeah, maybe not. Oh yeah, talking about that, there's the 3 new legends that are coming up. The Malaysian legends that's been making the storm. Have you have any idea about that? Because I know that Shabi Singh, infamously, is inside.
I've
Dola
seen that.
Kassim
Dola
is,
Salim.
Dola Saleh definitely would one of the biggest Malaysian players as well as can't remember off the top of my head who the third legend is, but I'm not so sure when that is coming in.
Yeah,
But do you
they're coming to the
think?
game, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they're coming into the game,
Yeah.
and they're quite highly rated. Dola Saleh comes in at +1 grade, is 82 as a striker, as good as Fernando Torres.
Well, I tell you what though, I would not have Shabby Singh on my team. You know, he would just talk smack to my team. You know, mention John a lot, and that's about it.
Yeah, well, maybe we're not so sure how he is in real life, but at least in game. Do you think that? I don't think there are any other legend cards, right? They are in the server.
I don't
think so.
believe so. Yeah, we have no legend cards in our server.
We do have limited cards, but that's about
That's
it.
it. That's
right?
world
Yeah.
best.
World best.
So that's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Ronaldinho,
Somehow the legends
Messi.
like Bergkamp, Ljungberg, Vieira, they weren't introduced somehow.
Yeah, the Thai server has them, the
Yep.
Korea server has them. I think it should be about time the Singapore Malaysia server has them.
About time, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to cost a lot of EP as well. And talking about EP, and it reminds me of pack openings, and we do have new packs available on the market right now. They call it the Happy Holiday Pack, if I'm not mistaken. Not quite sure exactly. Holiday lottery for 380 cash. Of course, head on down to fo3.garena.com to check out more details on that. And during one of the future breaks, we will be doing some pack openings. It could be a double-edged sword because a lot of players are saying good things about it. A lot of players are saying bad things about the packs. Again, it's lottery packs. It's a lottery. If you strike it big, you get great deals. Like what's the top prize here? Team of the season, draft 1 +5.
For me, all I care about is the world
It's
best.
the world
pack.
best pack. The world best pack is so-called number 2 on the list here. And well, for 380 cash, who knows what you can get.
Yeah, decent,
No,
decent.
I just bought a few packs here. I will open all of them in front in front of a live audience.
Hopefully that brings you a bit of luck.
A little bit. I'm still building my team here.
Yeah,
Although
let's not cheer Siddiq on. His squad is valued at 900 million.
yeah, I don't even have a 1 billion EP squad, so I definitely need a lot more in terms of squad building. But what I'm afraid of is that I do this live on stream and I get the worst items, and then nobody wants to buy the pack anymore. But then again, well, it's only available for the next few days until the 31st of May. Available for 380 cash, FO3 cash. So give it a shot. Who knows? It's not that expensive, so give it a try, of course. And yep, we're still waiting for the next match to begin here.
Yeah, I have no idea what these guys are talking about, but it seems to be the same man and woman that was hosting the Thai event when I was in Thailand last July for the SEA Championships. But here we go. We are having the trailer now for Group C. There you see on screen Julien Dassonville, one of the biggest names in World FIFA. Coming over from the FIWC scene, obviously, where he's been placing well over the past few years.
He's definitely one of the best FIFA players there in the world. But then again, this is the first time we're going to see him play FIFA Online 3 now, even though it is very similar to the regular FIFA series, FIFA 15, FIFA 16, due to the Impact Engine upgrade. There's still some minor changes, especially with the latest mini patch update.
I'll tell you what, the mini
Huge
patch
changes.
update changed things, but the main thing for these Europeans when they're coming over is that they're going back to legacy defending all over again. Don't forget,
Oh, yes.
tactical defending has been in place since FIFA 12. Julien Dassonville, he burst on the scene when FIFA 13, 14 came about, so it's about adapting and overcoming these problems right now.
Yeah, they're going back in time. And the style of defending. On screen also, you have the Vietnamese representative. This time they're only coming up with one representative, which you have there on screen right now. And his nickname, according to our information here, is DCG Some, SOME. I
Yeah.
may be mispronouncing it. I'm not such a Some.
But I believe
yeah.
I believe he is a newcomer,
Yeah,
similar to Amran. We've never seen him before in the previous 3 championships. So, a lot of new faces, a lot of fresh blood. It is.
That's right.
And this engine is a few months old, so probably the top players aren't warmed up yet. I believe the big names will come back around at the next championship.
Yep, that's right. Even Thailand, the biggest name of them all, Zephylos.
Yep.
I'm not so sure whether he competed in the qualifiers at all in first place. I do believe he did, but what's for sure is that he's not representing Thailand. He's not even not even Thailand A or Thailand B.
Yeah, I think he
He's not the
could
top
be
two.
in China for that tournament that Zarate is playing in as well.
Mm.
So there was probably a clash, which is why I don't think either one of them could have come for this anyway.
Yeah, that could be one of them, one of the reasons as well here. Well, it looks like the players are getting ready right now. We should be able to start the game anytime soon. They've got, they've got a lot of things happening in front of them as well. And I think they're going into the group lobby at the moment here. Just gonna take a few more minutes before we can start this matchup.
Yeah.
It's been really huge. Just to wrap things up, just have a very, very quick recap. In Group A, where they had Singapore as well as Thailand A and the defending champion China A. As far as we know, it is Thailand A that qualified to the next round. He will go on to the semi-finals. And in Group B, consisting of Ukraine, Korea as well as Indonesia. As far as the information has been given to us, we understand that it is Ukraine that has proceeded to the semi-finals. Now we're on to Group C, France, Vietnam, and the second representative from China, China B, Jiaji from Clan Panda TV, as well as Boras Legend representing Sweden, as well as DCG Sum representing Vietnam. We are going to start the match right very, very soon between France and Vietnam.
Let's talk about that dress though. What is that?
I know, but that's
what
a
is that dress
really
about?
beautiful girl. My opinion, that girl is pretty hot.
Shame about that dress though. It's shiny as hell.
Gotta bling it up for the grand finals, This is a huge finals anyway.
I'll tell you what though, if I get myself to Shanghai, I'm gonna bring my suits over. I will not play in jerseys, I'll play my suits.
Gonna play in your suit, but you did promise on stream that the moment you score one goal, you may be losing 5-0, but the moment you score one goal, you're gonna go topless.
Yeah, so I mean,
So
if
there
I'm
goes
wearing
your
a suit,
$1,000 suit.
if I'm wearing a suit, $1,000 is going into the crowd.
Hopefully, there's somebody in the audience that can fit your suit in the first place.
Right. I have no idea what they're saying.
I have no sound in my ears right now, so I'm not so sure what's happening there.
Let's talk about his shoes, because black shoes with a white suit. That's a big no. So those of you watching at home, don't wear black shoes with white suits.
This is coming from the guy who spent $1,000 on suits.
Yeah, people have been buried for less.
Buried for less. Wow. You should be the next host, man. We should host the next F03 tournament.
We should.
Again in Singapore.
Okay, apparently the format is if Singapore wins, whoever wins the next Asian Championship in Shanghai will win the right to host the second one of the year in November.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that is great, man. So there's going to be 2 Asian tournaments in a year, in a calendar year.
I'll tell you what though, if Singapore is in the final and I'm the third player, and it's all on the line, I probably will want to lose because I want that extra trip. So if it's Korea, I'll let them win and we'll fly over instead.
See, that's exactly what happened. I remember a long time, I believe it was in 2005, the World Cyber Games was held in Singapore, and all the Singaporean contestants were complaining because they thought, hey, we've won the tournament, we're going overseas. No, guys, you're representing Singapore. It's going to be held in Singapore.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, it's nice to have home support as well, but
Yes, well, it looks like it's still taking lots of time. I'm not so sure what they're talking about. Probably the guy is just trying to, flirting together with the host there.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, if I'm on stage, I will probably do the same as well.
Maybe they're trying to find out where Hibidi is because, they lack a bit of entertainment at the moment. So, I mean, they're scanning the crowd looking for Hibidi. Where's Hibidi?
Hibidi in the crowd?
Is Hibidi in the crowd?
Sadly, he didn't even catch the flight.
Look at this surprise face. Oh my god, he's not here. Everyone, look for Hibidi. Sawadee Hibidi.
Where's Hibidi? Where's Easy Game? Where's Zarate? They're all not there. Wow, this is really taking some time. I do feel like wanting to try and opening a pack. We did talk about the Happy Holiday Lottery. Okay, you know what? There's going to be a little bit of downtime where I think the players are still managing the game control setting because there's only a few computers on stage and they have to make sure in a competitive scene, you should know, Hibidi, you need everything in your favor. Even the resolution, the controller settings, everything is going to be done. So I think it's going to take some time. Let's go over to our own local stream here, back in Singapore, and we are going to open some packs. As we mentioned before, there is the new Happy Holiday Lottery. Buy all that much first. We have 35 packs here. You know what? As a start, while our I'll produce it back. Just make sure that nothing happens yet. We're gonna open. Let's open 5 first.
Sure.
Let's ration it out over the course of the day. Let's open one. Remember, just a very quick switch over to what we can have, what we can expect. Here we go. Alright, so this is what we can expect here. Well, people, according to Garena, the best one is this one, but no. I want this one right here, the second one. So hopefully there's a better chance of me doing that, getting that. The worst one, 06 World Cup Draft 200, I don't mind
Still
another
decent though.
Kaka. If
It's
I
still
get another
decent,
Kaka or Torres or closer,
Yeah.
that'll be really good. Let's
Upgrade
get
them.
back inside here. We're gonna open some packs, guys. Here we go. Let's open the first pack. We're gonna open just 5 first. What do we get firstly? We get a
Ooh, that's not
a
bad.
draft 50 pack. Not bad at all. I'll take that. Second pack of the day, and we get OAE draft 100. Not bad. We can get an OAE Torres. You got a Torres, didn't you? You bought a Torres.
I bought
actually.
Torres off the market, exploded him to +2, tried again, got him to +2, and then tried again to +3 and died. So
And died. It just
Yeah,
broke.
it
right?
died, went back to 0. So
Ouch.
I sure know how to waste money.
That's
Should have
You-
spent out my
yeah,
suits.
you bought like like a few
Yeah,
the
I-
50 no sorry what
Correct,
was
there
the,
are
what's the pack that you
50,
bought?
50 million EP packages, 1 for 1.
Oh yeah,
So those
it's
are
a total of
11,000
100,
each. Yeah. So I bought 3 of those bundles, so I have 300 million. And I went
And
to
what do you
Torres.
do with 300 million?
I
EP?
upgraded my Royce to +5. I burst my Torres and upgraded him as well. And upgraded Aguero, Check. I made a few upgrades.
Right.
Yeah.
But the biggest one was the OAE Torres,
Torres,
right?
yeah.
And that failed for you. Wonderful. You don't have easy games luck, I'm afraid. So 80 XP transfer, no, I don't really
Oh,
have
those are
much
useful.
use for
Those are
it.
useful. When
Depends.
you're like overhauling a squad.
And the last one is a gold lottery. Okay, we're gonna. Okay, gold lottery. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna open that gold lottery to see what we get out of that, and we get a. Hold on.
Ooh, unlucky.
Oh wow! Thanks a lot, Garena. Okay, okay. Let's just open these few packs. Before I don't think the game has started yet, right? Matches is not in yet, so we're still waiting on that. Let's open the 06 World Cup Draft 200 first.
Saka.
And the biggest one, of course, I already have a Kaka, so I wouldn't mind a closer as well. Kaka's cost really has dropped down from 90,000 EP to about 67,000, because a lot of people
Million, sorry.
got that, so it really dropped. 200 packs, I'm not expecting anything big from this, and we get Wes Brown.
Where's
Hey,
Brown? Okay.
Hey, still, he has won more Champions League than Steven Gerrard, okay? We're talking about Champions League winners here, and he did pretty well, actually. Okay, 08, 100. 08E 100, of course, biggest. Oh, look at the price on that! 190 million EP.
And I exploded 4 of them.
God, dude, you're such a failure in upgrades, man. All right, let's open this then. 100, draft 100, and what do we get out this May holiday? God, cliche. No, we're not even getting a 1 million EP, type of players. Okay, surely we get better with this, right? Surely get better. Okay, this is the last one here. Draft 50 pack. Let's go. Draft 50, team of the season. Who do we get? Let's open this now. We get Samalum TT.
Oh, yeah, it's a funny game. I'll give you that. So entertain yourself.
Oh well. Okay, well, that's just 5. We'll open more as the game progresses. Codes will happen after this as well. We'll go straight into the match. All right, it looks like they have started. Now, if I'm not mistaken, France is the home side, and we can't really be sure here. Okay, so just a quick explanation on the rule set here. Alright, it's 1v1, of course. Matches are set to 6 minutes. The weather will be set to clear. This is a best of 1 match. The group stages are all best of 1. Each player will only be able to use 1 team per round. There are a total of 9 teams that you can choose from. The 9 teams are Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Manchester United, Manchester City, Juventus, Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, and lastly, Borussia Dortmund from Germany. Alright, so of the 9 teams, you can only choose 1 team for each match. That means, for example, I believe the home side is Sweden. So Sweden chose Bayern Munich. He cannot choose Bayern Munich at all for the rest of the tournament. Oh, sorry. It's not Sweden. France, I'm sorry. So it's France versus Vietnam. I believe
Vietnam,
France is the Bayern Munich side. So France, having chosen Bayern Munich, is not allowed to use Bayern Munich at all for the rest of the tournament. That means if he qualifies to the next stage, he has to choose another 8 teams. And quite possibly might be needing to choose the so-called weaker teams like Dortmund, Chelsea, PSG. That might happen here. Right, so we're gonna go straight into the match here. Is Bayern Munich against
Yeah,
Real Madrid?
we just received confirmation. Bayern Munich is France,
Yep.
and Real Madrid is
It's
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yep, that's correct. So it's France versus Vietnam for the start of the Group C match here. France, of course, the one and only Julian Desaunville, one of the best FIFA players in the world, not just in France but in the world. He's up against Vietnam's best, DCG Sum Nguyen Van Hoa. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. The representative for Vietnam. He will be taking Real Madrid. Final look at the lineup for France here. 4-2-1-3 technically, although it's more like a 4-2-4 formation.
Yeah, pretty much.
And for Vietnam, also 4-2-4, although this is slightly more 4-2-1-3 for an attacking midfielder in the form of Luka Modric. 4-2-4, you know, this seems very much like old engine formations in the new engine.
I mean, they want to go back to front. The long balls have been improved, and you know, Julian Desaunville, he plays from back to front very quickly, but he is patient as well, as you can see here. You know, good ball manipulation, but straight away, once I say that, he loses the ball.
That's right, and just a quick recap here. It is, of course, France versus Vietnam. As you can see in the top left, France is using Bayern Munich. They are playing from left to right in the home all-red kits. And his opponents, of course, Real Madrid, being controlled by Vietnam. He's playing from right to left, defending right now in the Real Madrid away silver and grey kit. And looks like Vietnam has the ball right now. It's Luka Modric on the ball, laying it to the right side. Gareth Bale deployed as right winger. They are playing a 4-2-1-3 formation, of course, and Casemiro is one of the surprise choices. Every time that players choose Real Madrid as a team, I notice that Casemiro is the choice central defensive mid for him. Ronaldo gets in the excellent spot, well tackled by Philip Lahm.
Oh yeah, Casemiro, the first pick at holding midfield position, because there really is no one else for Real Madrid now that Alonso's gone, Khedira's gone.
Even Ilava-Mendy
Yeah, Ilava-Mendy is gone as well. So I mean, there really is a lack of a holding midfielder at Madrid right now. I would play Danilo there because of his height and his running power, but you know, mentally, in terms of interceptions and all, he just doesn't cut it.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you know, it is a little bit of a waste, because in right back, you not only have Danilo, you have other choices as well. But let's take a look at the build up here. Is Gareth Bale. He's into open space, and it's actually Vietnam who gets the opening lead here. Gareth Bale cutting in from the right wing, scoring the first goal for Group C. Interestingly enough, it's Vietnam 1, France 0.
Great composure, great patience, came in from the flank. You know, a lesser player would have dinked the ball up to the far post to get the cross in. But, you know, Bale and Vietnam, you know, they just decided to bide their time, wait for Neuer to come out and commit himself. There you go here, great patience. You know, he had so many options in the middle, but when it's slow, waited for Neuer to commit and slotted it under the on-rushing keeper.
You know, talk about composure. That's huge composure, because a lot of players will just go for the cross. That's a prime place to go for crosses, but he knows that, you know, it is possible to just slot the ball underneath the goalkeeper. That's exactly what he did here. And again, he has the ball with Karim Benzema going forward. Luka Modric on the right-hand side. Gareth Bale, so much open space for the players here.
Ooh,
the cross is a little bit weak, however, on the right foot for Gareth Bale, straight to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's the problem though. When you play wingers, opposite foot wingers who want to cut inside, when you get in good crossing positions, you can't really send a decent ball in.
That is the problem with inverted wingers. You know, I think the very first team in the modern game to use that is Chelsea, Jose Mourinho's Chelsea, where he used Ian Robben on the right and Damien Duff on the left-hand side, and Ian Robben with his huge, you know, left foot shots, and he just exploded to the world stage. And he is on the left wing, however. Normally we see him on the right wing, but that's a brilliant cut inside here. Probably can go for a cross, trying to aim for Lewandowski, tries to head past one above the goalkeeper, smartly tips over the bar for a corner kick.
Yeah, he sent a cross in desperation though. I mean, it was a bit too far out to be an effective cross, but you know, just decided to dink it in because he ran out of options.
Corner kick on the left-hand side for France, using Bayern Munich as his first team here. Ribéry whips on in, looking towards the man in the middle. That is Ian Robben, but not enough height there, and defended very, very well by Vietnam. Lots of composure. The passing, absolutely amazing right now from Vietnam. And look at that, he's still dribbling to right down the middle. Karim Benzema presents an option on the right-hand side. Gareth Bale, however, loses the ball to France, and it's halftime right now. Surprising turn of events. Vietnam leading the scoreline here, 1 goal to nil.
Well deserved though. I mean, most of the play has been in Bayern Munich's half, as you can see from possession stats there. 58% to Vietnam, and he has made it count. You know, he's limited Dasonville to very few chances, and we're talking about one of the best players in the world. But having said that, this is FIFA Online 3. This is no longer the normal FIFA series. Form goes out the window, and reputation goes out the window. And it's all about how you perform on the day itself.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, BBD. And we're going to go straight into second half here. It is France versus Vietnam. France playing from right to left in the all-red kit of Bayern Munich. He is trailing right now 1-0 after that goal by Vietnam, who is using Real Madrid, playing from left to right, defending right now in the grey and white kit, grey and silver kit. I mean, Douglas Costa on the right hand side, using the wingers on their so-called wrong flanks. Douglas Costa normally on the left wing, Robin on the right wing, but he seems to have inverted the inverted wingers. So Robin is playing on the right wing and Douglas Costa on the left wing. An early cross here, punched out by Manuel Neuer. Oh, that surely is offside, isn't it? And just before, just before the shot goes in, the feet from Thailand cuts away. I strongly believe that's offside.
Yeah,
surely that's offside.
He was miles offside, and even if he had gotten the shot away, I mean, you know, based on past experience in that position, when you take a shot, the keeper usually saves it.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, I've on stream, players say, oh, he's actually onside. No, that was
That was the first one.
That was the first one. Yep, he's definitely
Okay.
offside. He's
way
definitely
off.
offside. Yeah, okay. So no goal from that. No goal from that move, definitely. But we're trying our best to get the stream back up online. The feed is a live one here, and that's right, confirmation. It is no goal there. Still 1-0 in favor of Vietnam, who are attacking down the middle right now with Toni Kroos deployed as the attacking midfielder. Here comes Luka Modric. He touched the ball a bit. He has to chase that down. Not fast enough, Luka Modric. You know, we did talk about the central defensive midfielder choice with Casemiro. My choice personally, for me, I would have partnered Toni Kroos together with Luka Modric. Sure, you don't get the strength, but at least we have, you know, tried and tested central midfielders. And Modric and Kroos not so bad in terms of interceptions as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're decent, they're not great, but for me, the main thing is, you know, when I play two creative players in the deep positions, I want to build the attacks early from deep. Casemiro doesn't give you that. He's not even that good at holding midfielder. So, I mean, as you said, I would play Kroos and Modric as well. You sacrifice a bit of the defensive side, but then going forward, you're so dangerous with these players who can pump balls all over from deep spots.
What do you think of, you know, a three-man midfield of Kroos partnering Modric in central midfield, up front of James Rodriguez in attacking midfielder?
Well, James Rodriguez, I think he's a bit stiff though. Personally, I don't really like him. He doesn't have, you know, top pace. And in tight spots as well, he is found wanting in terms of agility and ball control.
That could be true, and I think that could be the reason why he chose Luka Modric instead. Up front there, Gareth Bale, great turn for me on the right hand side. The goal scorer for Vietnam tries to go for an early cross there, but well blocked by two defenders, no less than two defenders. David Alaba getting the ball out of danger. 86 minutes, however, time is running short for France. Remember, this is a best of one group stage here, so a loss here could mean huge repercussions because there's only one player who can qualify from the group stage to the next stage, and it looks like Vietnam could be running away with this. There's only 1 minute of additional time remaining. So many strikers up front for him. Manuel Neuer quickly tosses the ball out. I don't think there's enough time. It's not enough time. It's full time. Vietnam takes the win ahead of France. A shock win there because, you know, we've been talking so much about how talented and how big the French player is. Julianos is one of the biggest names in FIFA history, and he goes away with a loss to Vietnam.
Yeah, it's a shocker, to say the least. But, you know, this is what happens in best of one FIFA. If you don't show up, if you don't play your best, this is an international event, you can get picked off. So, you know, Dasonville can blame the format. Once again, here's the goal, though. Great composure by Bale. Look at that. Waiting, staying patient. He knew Boateng
passed it back.
Yeah, he knew Boateng was marking his striker in the middle of Benzema. So, Dasonville, he was like, wow, what's going on? You know, that's just poor defending by me.
Exactly, man. Yeah, and such tight margins here. All you need is one win. All you need is one goal, and there goes the win. Again, best of one tournaments here. I think you have competed in plenty of best of one
Plenty,
tournaments
yeah.
as well.
I think there have been so many best of one tournaments, and I mean, the organizers, maybe it's a timing issue. You know, you can't let the games drag on with best of threes, but in terms of finding the best player, best of one, that's not the way to do it.
Yeah, and I know that even the Malaysian players as well, like, you know, the likes of Vinchu and Alex and all has voiced out against the best of one format as well for tournaments. Normally, the average, the norm is of course best of three, and we leave the best of five for the last one. But the format here for this intercontinental for the Intercontinentals tournament here is that it's best of 1 for the group stage,
Yep.
best of 3 for the semi-finals, and best of 5 for the grand finals. Of course, the semi-finals and the grand finals will be played tomorrow at the same time, same place here as well. And well, playing with best of 1, if you lose, that's it.
That's it. You know, no room for error. And Dasonville just didn't show up to work today, and you know, he got punished for it.
Well, he does have another chance later on, but he has got to wait for the next one, for the next match to be over first, because this player here is the representative from Vietnam. Of course, his name is DCG Sum. We might be butchering his name here, but huge win for him, very huge win. And he has a huge advantage now, because in the group stage, every win you get is one step closer to the next round. You get 3 points, and that is really, really huge. Yeah, so and yeah, we were saying earlier on that, you know, with his win here, he got 3 points in his favor, and all he needs, really, only he needs is just to get a draw or a win in the next one, and he he qualifies to the next round here. And he's in the next match. It's Vietnam against China B. All this guy on screen has to do right now is to beat China B, and the third game between China B and France is for nothing. It's just a matter of seeing whether China B or France ends in 9th to 12th place or in 5th to 8th place.
Yeah, so they're playing for a bit of money, a bit of pride, but the main one is you want to qualify for the semi-final. So Dasonville will have to hope for China to bail him out and do him a huge, huge favor in this next match.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, I'm looking. Just a quick reminder over the rewards, the prize money of this whole tournament here. Total prize pool of well over 33,000 US dollars. The grand prize is close to 10,000 US dollars. Second prize is $5,000. Third place goes home with $2,900. Third and fourth place, goes home with $2,900. So
Pretty good money.
pretty good money. But of course, like you mentioned before, it is the glory of saying you are the best FIFA Online 3 player, not only in Asia, but for the first time, you can say that you're the best FIFA Online 3 player in the world.
Exactly. And that counts.
That counts for a lot as well here. You know, and of course, if you guys are waiting for Malaysia's representative Arroyo's, when his match is going to come, is of course going to come later on in the evening. Oh yeah, Ben, before we forget, we did promise a code for you guys. Yep, after the France and Vietnam matches, so we are going to show the code on stream soon. Just give us a few seconds while we get it up, and there you have it. That's the first code of the day. Alright, so head on down to coupon.fo3.garena.com, input this 16 hexadecimal digit code inside there, and you will get yourself a top World Cup 06 season top 100 player pack. And hopefully I'm just gonna go there myself. We're gonna redeem this, and we're gonna redeem this live, you know, because we got a lot of time. I don't think there's about a 10-minute gap in between. So head on down to coupons.fo3.garena.com and input this code here. Oh, I have to log in firstly, so just give us a few minutes. Alright, and of course this code is only up for about 15 minutes or so. Alright, so make sure you screenshot this quickly, before the code disappears, and try to redeem it as fast as possible. What's for sure is by the time the second match is up between Vietnam and China B, you know, the code will be over. So yep, let's give it a shot. We're gonna go to a quick break while I try and open this code, and hopefully we can do a few more pack openings after this short break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Intercontinentals 2016 with me, Evil Sword, and my partner Hibidi. And we are going to get underway anytime soon now for match number 2 of Group C. It is between China and Vietnam. China, of course, represented by the defending champion of the Asian Cup 2015. It's Chai Rong, and his opponent, of course, the guy who just beat one of the top players in the world. He just beat France 1-0. It's, of course, Vietnam's very own DCG Sum. And talking about the world champion, the defending champion from China, WG Chai Rong. You played with him in the tournament that he won last year, didn't he?
Yeah, Ding Chai Rong, he's actually a Korean national, playing for the Chinese team somehow, so he's flying the flag for China. But, you know, he is a good player. He presses you quite high up the pitch, forces mistakes, and so Vietnam will have to be, you know, at his best to get a result against him. It's going to be a tough game though, but you know he will be motivated to know that one win will take him to the next round.
That's right, and from what I understand, he gains entry into the Intercontinentals 2016 due to his win in the Asian Cup 2015. He didn't even need to play a single match, if I'm not mistaken. He gained direct entry to this tournament, but that was with the old engine. How do you think that he has the caliber to to migrate to the new engine and still be at the top of his game?
Well, he was a good passer, but I didn't see much that day besides passing. The new engine is about crossing, it's about skill moves, it's about dribbling, it's about your first touch. So I'm interested to see how he will play later on, and you know, doing a bit of homework for myself in preparation for the Asian Cup in Shanghai in July.
He could be appearing there as well as one of the better players from China, and his opponent, of course, is Vietnam. You have him on the screen right now here. Now Vietnam is playing in the Real Madrid side. He has chosen Real Madrid. Wow, that's a nice formation there. Hard formation, 1-5-5 formation, but of course it will switch at any moment. And it looks that Chai Rong, as the home side, he has chosen Bayern Munich, if I'm not mistaken. Again, we will have confirmation on that here. And Vietnam has stuck with Real Madrid in the group stages. Now, from what we understand of the rules, there are 9 teams you can choose from, but once you decide a team from that stage, you have to stick with that team.
Actually, I think China is playing as Real Madrid.
Okay, that then makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, because Vietnam did use Real Madrid in the first match, and that means he's not allowed to use Real Madrid at all for the rest of the tournament. So I think that is why he chose Bayern Munich for the second match. And China, the defending champion, Chai Rong, is playing away as the Real Madrid team.
Yeah, Real Madrid used to be the go-to team in FIFA, but you know, ever since Ozil left and ever since the centre mids left, Alonso, Khedira, they haven't been the best team anymore. I think Bayern is the most complete team. They've got the best keeper, they've got the best wing backs, they've got the best wingers. And you see, you've got Robin, Costa, Ribery on the bench even, and Vidal running midfield now. So, you know, I think the most complete team is Bayern Munich.
You know, I think there's also the reason where, you know, the core team, it's plaguing Chelsea right now. The core team of the Real Madrid team has not changed at all. The back four is exactly the same.
Yeah.
The front three is exactly the same for the past 5 years. That is a very long time in the footballing world. So I think it could be, you know, they're getting tired, or they're getting bored with their normal style of play, and you know, you need some competition. But I think they've just gone jaded in the.
Yeah. Also, I mean, in terms of effectiveness in FIFA, you know, over the few years, people have complained that people only pick Real Madrid, so the developers have slowly tried to nerf Ronaldo. He's not as good as he was before. I mean, he's getting older.
Yeah.
His ball control, I mean, he's getting a lot stiffer as well in real life. So that translates into the game, and he no longer is the most complete striker. I mean, he is still the most complete striker, but he's not as OP as he was before in FIFA 12, FIFA 13.
That's definitely. I still have nightmares regarding the FIFA 13 Cristiano Ronaldo there, and the season 13 ones, but. Well, it looks like the go-to Ronaldo is the team of the season 14 ones nowadays.
It is, yeah.
So there he is right now. There, that's an attacking move on the left-hand side. A drilled cross in all the way to the other flank. However, I think he did win a corner kick, and yes, he did. And I know the top left says defending, but that means defending champion. And it is from China. It is Vietnam versus China. China playing from Real Madrid on the attacking corner kick there. Well defended by Jerome Boateng. Controlled by Vietnam as the Bayern Munich side attacks from left to right with Thomas Müller at central striker. Ian Robben, plenty of space on the left flank there. Has to cut back and tries to find Müller, not with that sort of pass, however. ball goes easily into the arms of Keelan Navas, the goalkeeper for Vietnam.
Yeah, a bit of hit and hope really from Vietnam. Not the kind of composure we were seeing in that first game against Dasonville, but once again, it's because Ding Chai Rong, he puts so much pressure on the ball, especially when you're in your own half, so you have to be pinpoint with your passing in order to not make any mistakes. And great reverse ball here for Benzema.
There's some dangerous defending there by Alba, but finally managed to get the ball out. 4 strikers were in the box early on, and Real Madrid still on the attack here. China, the defending champion Chai Rong, is playing the ball with Toni Kroos, passes the ball back to Pepe, somehow joining the attack. Toni Kroos left to Modric, going for a long range shot. A sliding desperation challenge there for Mehdi Benatia for Bayern Munich for Vietnam. Results in a corner kick on the right hand side. Taken by Karim Benzema of all people. Back to Gareth Bale on his left foot. In-swing across, looking for one of his strikers inside the box. Well headed out by Mario Götze, and Douglas Costa clears it out for Arjen Robben. Now he has space in front of him. Thomas Muller makes the run, but Robben is losing the ball there in midfield. Luka Modric starting the counter-attack for China, for the defending champion Chai Rong. Luka Modric now back again in the midfield area, in the middle of the area there, outside the box, not going for a long range shot, tries to pass to Benzema, but he loses the ball out there, and it looks like China has been just attacking mode all day long, and even his defenders is quite strong at the moment.
Once again, you see him dominating play in every single
Arjen
aspect.
Robben,
Wow!
Thomas Muller there. Arjen Robben with the quick cross drill in, and Thomas Muller, as always, at the right place at the right time. 1-0. Again, Vietnam is in the lead.
Once again, Vietnam surprising every one of us. You know, he's been under the cosh for about 40 minutes, but one simple early cross, and Muller with the acrobatics, you know, sending it past the despairing dive of Keylor Navas and goal.
It's not even the most perfect cross ever, but Thomas Muller, the movement, he was actually behind the defender. Defender very slow to attack there.
Exactly. I mean, that shows you how good Muller is and how important positioning is in FIFA Online 3 as a stat. You know, positioning stats are important now, and Muller showed all of us why right there.
Look at the run there being made by Thomas Muller, the goal scorer yet again. Vietnam on the attack. He's been defending all game long, but he has the early goal lead here. Arjen Robben on the right side, linking up with Philipp Lahm, the right back, the German international. Lofted ball to Arjen Robben, perfectly weighted. Robben keeps that in play. Maybe can go for a cross, goes out for a corner kick. However, dangerous here by Vietnam. Only 2 strikers inside the box, but well, he doesn't need it there. He doesn't need it at the moment because he is leading 1-0 ahead of the defending champion. Long lofted one all the way to the back post. Defender clears it out as he knows there's not enough time to launch a counter attack. As it stands again, Vietnam won the early match 1-0. He's leading 1-0 now against the defending champion.
Yeah, he is leading. I think Ding Chai Rong probably got a bit complacent there. You know, he was dominating for 40 minutes, decided to overpress, and somehow found himself at a numbers disadvantage at the back, and Vietnam made full use of that.
But it's been 40 minutes of non-stop attacks by the team, by the Real Madrid team, and all that's in it is 1 minute of complacency.
Yeah, you go look at the movement from Muller out to in, you know, darting back inside the central defender, getting ahead of him, and you know, what a brilliant finish to boot.
That's an excellent finish there. 1-0. Right now the scoreline in favor of Vietnam against the defending champion from China. DCG Sun is leading against Din Chai Rong from China. You know, we did mention earlier on that, you know, the Chinese representative got his visa into this tournament courtesy of the old engine tournament win that he had. This is a new engine. Doesn't seem that he's struggling, but he is, you know, he is trailing 1-0 right now. He needs to score a goal or Vietnam will go into the semi-final stages at expense of much more highly vaunted players such as Chai Rong as well as Giuliano. And right now Chai is again on the attack. Skill move on the left hand side. Gareth Bale gets into good position. Here comes another strike on the right hand side. Well defended by David Alaba and company. However, the clearance only goes as far as Danilo, the right back. Here comes Luka Modric. Can he get a cross in? Comes back to Danilo. Cuts back outside Danilo. Wastes a bit of time. Could have gone for a shot. Danilo has quite a decent shooting ability, but nothing happens there, and there's quite a waste of an opportunity there by China. And now Vietnam attacks yet again, defended only as far as Arturo Vidal. Maya Götze tries to links it up again, but
offside given.
Yeah, it's
offside given. But once again, great movement from Muller. Just got a bit unlucky there. You know, Alonso, oh, it was Lewandowski maybe delayed the pass. Just delayed it a fraction of a second, and Muller caught a yard offside. But once again, Din Chai Rong, earlier on we saw him in the box there. There was a chance to send a shot in. You know, he's going for the 100% chance now.
I think he's still stuck in the old engine mentality where you literally had to pass the ball into goal. But as you know, plenty of pro players have shown in their streams, long range shooting are a thing in a new engine. You got to try them long ranges because, you know, who knows, you can even score a howitzer from outside the box. I've definitely scored a few. I'm sure you have scored a lot of them in your streams as well, EBD, and you know, they should try more of that. Again, he's trying to pass his way into the goal. So many strikers inside the box and not a cross to be seen from the Chinese representative. Iron Robin comes in here and Mola still gets tackled but has control of the ball. Douglas Costa is the one that lost the ball on the left-hand flank, and yet another attacking move, this time from China. Who does he spot? Luka Modric, he's going on his own. He tries to link up together with Cristiano Ronaldo in midfield. Manuel Neuer comes bravely out to punch the ball. There's an opening on the right-hand side, but he chooses the left-hand option. Danilo getting the early tackle in the midfield area. Toni Kroos links it forward to Benzema. Philipp Lahm, however, small in stature but huge in ability. He gets the clearance out of it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, Din Chai Rong, you know, offensively hasn't been that great in the second half, but his defending has been world class. Look at him once again bringing the ball high up the pitch with high press, and there's a chance here to reverse it to the far side. Here goes Benzema, cuts back inside, and oh wow, brilliant skill move there, Benzema.
Oh,
and here we go.
An open net there as Manuel Neuer makes a mistake, unable to smother the ball away from Benzema, who crosses it in. Easy header for Ronaldo. The scoreline is now 1-1. However, remember there's no extra time here, so if it ends 1-1 in this, if it ends 1-1 in this match, then China has to win by a scoreline of bigger than 1-0 in order to go for the semi-finals.
He does, you know, and the ball is in his court right now. If ever you needed an indication of why this guy is a defending champion, here it is right here. You know, brilliant skill move in the box. Under pressure as well with the seconds ticking away, and Din Chai Rong just pulls a dummy out the hat.
88 minutes have elapsed in this match so far. Can either one of these players pull even more magic out of that set? Had Douglas Costa just outside the box, lays it right side. Arturo Vidal also joining the attack. Costa with a cross, manages to find Thomas Muller. Will he go for a cross? Blocked successfully by the defender there, last minute block. Perhaps one last option here, one last attacking move perhaps by Bayern Munich, controlled by Vietnam, but he's moving further backwards. Here comes the attack on the right side. Philipp Lahm. Still Philipp Lahm.
Oh, nutmegs the defender.
Oh,
great skill move there.
In, but finally the ball gets cleared. I think China will be content with the 1-1 draw at the moment, unless somehow there's still time for...
The game doesn't seem to be over, and the ref has finally blown his whistle.
And finally, the ref notices that time is supposed to be up about 5 minutes ago, and he blows the final whistle. It's 1-1 for both of these players. Vietnam is playing wonderfully in this, you know, in the past two matches here. He's up against quality opposition, but he shows that he's no pushover. Yeah,
I mean, he's just shown his quality here over 2 games, you know. Newfound respect amongst everyone in the FO3 community, considering that he's a new face as well. But, you know, Din Chai Rong, you know, he was second best in the first half, but in the second half, he just turned on the style. Once again here, we see the first goal from Vietnam. Great cross there, early cross by Robin. And he is feeling it in the screenshot. Din Chai Rong was like, oh man, I'm scratching my head right now. Not too pleased with himself, but over here, great skill move from Benzema, stopping and turning and twisting and just bamboozling the defense, and Ronaldo arriving at the far post in trademark Ronaldo fashion. And he's a bit more pleased with himself now. Not too sure about that celebration, though. Gotta work on that. Gotta work on those dance moves.
The earplugs go off, but the boxing gloves are still pretty on for Din Chai Rong, as now, because of that last minute goal, he still has a chance to go into the finals here. All he needs is to win by a margin of more than 1 goal in order to get himself into the semi-finals. But however, his opponent is Juliano, and you know, he should be rightly very angry at himself for losing so easy to Vietnam. I think it will be a very tough match for China's Din Chai Rong against Julianos.
Yeah, exactly. Julian Dassonville obviously has a point to prove now. You know, he's come all the way to Asia, lost his first competitive game here, and you know, he's going to want to make things right against the supposed #1 player in Asia, Din Chai Rong. So, you know, he's playing for pride because he can no longer qualify with Vietnam, having secured 4 points already. Yep. But he will want to get that W to finish second in the group and get himself a bit more money as well.
Yep, that's right. Because for finishing third in the group, The players will get $1,250, and in finishing second in the group, gets a slight boost of about $600 or $700 to $1,950. So and he does not want to go home with a double loss record. That's for sure. One of the best all-time FIFA players, and going home with 2 losses. I think that will really, he will be on the plane fuming with, a thorn up his butt. Really, really painful for him. But in any case, guys, we're gonna have a short break pretty soon here. But as we mentioned that early on, there is a new pack that is available on the market right now. Of course, it is the Happy Holiday Lottery. And early on, we did buy a few here. We did open 5 early on, and we still have a few more here. So we're gonna open another 5 more. The first 5 were kinda okay. We had a decent one, which is a team of the season draft 50.
Yeah.
And we got 1 million Samuel Umtiti out of that. Not that great so far, but let's hope for the best here. Of course, the best, in my opinion, and I'm sure in your opinion, is the world's best pack.
Well, best pack
somewhere
as well.
there.
I guess a team of the season +5 is good as well. You can get a Ronaldo at +5.
Ronaldo +5 is
He would be
amazing.
a sick player.
That would be amazing. Let's open the first pack out of 5 here. We get team of the season gold lottery. I'm not so sure about winning a lottery from a lottery. I don't quite agree with that, Garina. If you're watching this, try not to do that again. And second one, 06 World Cup Draft 200, possibly the so-called worst item inside the pack. Oh, a 10U
this is
draft 10
fancy.
pack. That's not bad at all. 10U, I would like Sergio Ramos out of that. That's pretty good. I do have a +5 Sergio Ramos, although that's season 15.
Ooh,
So
that's
let's
not
see how
bad
it
though.
goes
+5.
first. I will definitely open that. Another EXP transfer, 80%. And last one for now. One last pack, we get another 80% transfer. Okay, let's open these 3 packs here first. We'll go with the gold lottery item. I still don't like the idea of getting lottery items from a lottery. So let's see what this brings us here. This gold lottery. Ooh, we get a draft 50 pack. Not so bad. Not so bad, actually. Okay, let's open the 06 draft 200. We're looking for a closer, guys. Well, out of 200, a bit difficult, but let's hope for Miroslav Klose, and we got Antonio Barzagli instead. What a face! What a face to make in a game. That's fantastic. Alright, what else we got? We got the draft 50. Let's open a draft 50 first, and of course, if we get Ronaldo, it would be great. I already have a Paul Pogba.
Well, you can make a +2.
We can try make +2, although I'm scared of
I have a +2 Pogba though.
Wish I could have that, but we get Raja Nainggolan, decent sentiment, not so much on the value, but if you're starting off, this is he's kind of good because he's a very, very fast sentiment, small but very, very fast, quite talented guy. Lastly, +10. This is the target here, Sergio Ramos. I wouldn't mind the Lionel Messi as well, and the Iniesta actually. I would like Iniesta. That'd be really good. Although he's only worth 18 million. Let's see. Surely it doesn't get any better than this. A 10U draft 10 pack, and we get Didier Drogba. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll
Big
take
money
the
player.
Didier Drogba.
Big money
That's
player.
like 19 million. All right, guys. Thank you very much for that. We will open more packs later on, but for now we're gonna take a very quick break while the interviews look to be finishing up there. Up next, of course, China B versus France. The defending champion, China B Din Chairong, against France's legend, Giuliano. Giuliano has no chance of going to the semi-final now because Vietnam is in the lead with 4 points. China B has a chance to go to the next stage. He has to beat France by a margin of more than 1 goal. So it's going to be a huge crunch battle later on. Stick around, guys. I'm Evil Sword, and with me, of course, is Singapore's legend Hibidi. We'll see you guys in a few moments' time. Stick around. We'll also be giving the codes immediately after the next match. So hang on there, guys. We're coming there soon. Alright guys, welcome back to the Intercontinentals 2016. It's day one of the competition and we are almost 3/4 through with the whole tournament here. You know, we have played a lot of games so far. I think we have gone about 8 games. This is the 9th one. Coming up is the defending champion from China, Din Chairong, up against France's very own legendary player, Giuliano. And it's going to be a huge crunch match here. China has drawn his first match 1-1 with a surprising player from Vietnam, DCG Sum, who has defeated Giuliano early on, 1-0. In the second match, it was between China and Vietnam, 1-1 apiece. So right now, Vietnam is leading the group stages with 4 points in Group C, with China on 1 point, but he has 1 game to play. It's up against Giuliano from France, and the French player, sadly for him, there is no chance of him going to the next stage, but he sure as hell does not want to end up in last place with 2 losses. He will definitely want to end as high as possible, possibly second, but he needs to win the game here. But in order for China to qualify to the next stage, he has to win this match by a margin of more than 1 goal. 1-0 is not enough, 2-1 is not enough. He has to score at least 2 goals and above in order to...
Yeah, he has to score 2 goals to qualify, but if I were Din Chairong, I would take it slow. If I have a 1 goal lead, I would stick to that. I wouldn't force the issue and maybe get pegged back, because even if it is 1-1, I have a tiebreaker with Vietnam. So all is not lost. If I try and go for the second goal, I get pegged back to 1-1 and I'm out straight away.
Yeah, that is true, of course. And you know, we're still waiting for the start of the match here. The players are setting up right now and it looks like we are into the game here. It looks like it's a Juventus versus Chelsea match here, because in this, it seems that with every new tournament there's new rules and new styles of gameplay that's happening here. Now in this tournament, all managers start off with a choice of 9 different teams, and we start off with 9 different teams. For example, you have Bayern Munich, you got Real Madrid, you've got Barcelona, you've got Juventus, you've got Chelsea, and a few others, including Borussia Dortmund as well. But here's the kicker: if you choose that team, you are not able to choose that team again for the rest of the tournament. For example, the French team, the French player Giuliano, he used Bayern Munich early on. So for the rest of the tournament, well, for this game at least, he's not able to use Bayern Munich again. And we're not so sure yet whether he's Juventus or Chelsea.
I think France is Juventus. I think Dassaman is France, because he played with a false 9 formation earlier on.
Correct, and it does
Vietnam.
look like him.
Yeah, it looks like his formation.
Yep. And even on the Chinese player's side, we believe he's using Chelsea. He used Real Madrid early on, so even if he qualifies to the next round or the semi-finals onwards, he can't use Real Madrid at all.
It's Julian who's Chelsea.
So Julian is Chelsea. Okay, interesting. So we have, well, at least we know it's Juventus versus Chelsea. We're not so sure which player is using which team at the moment, but it looks like China is trying to save up the big guns for the next stage. It looks like he's ready to go for the next stage. Yeah. He's not using Bayern Munich, he's not using Barcelona. He can't use Real Madrid anymore, but he still has big teams in his disposal if he qualifies to the next stages.
Exactly. I mean, he's not using his best teams now, and yet he's playing out of his skin. So I'm very eager to see if he qualifies number 1 and number 2, how he plays with those big teams at his disposal.
Let's try and final look at the lineups here for the teams. Juventus lining up with a 4-2-1-3 false 9 formation with Alvaro Morata as the central striker. He used to be a Real Madrid reject, but ever since he's been in Juventus, it's been huge for him. A 4-2-3-1 formation on the for Chelsea, and we have confirmation that it is China was using Juventus, and Chelsea with the very strange sliding tackle off the start there, being used by Giuliano from France, who has plenty of defending to do. There's a great through ball for Alvaro Morata, and immediately Julian has to go and make a change, because I think there's something wrong with his control.
I think his slide tackle button and his tackle button are mixed up, which is why he slid off the bat. Yeah. So he probably has to go make some changes. You can't change your control settings from inside the game, so they will have to quit.
Yep, that's right. Now here we go. That is Giuliano on screen right now, the representative from France. Now we do know that he definitely has no chance of making it to the semi-final, because Vietnam has 4 points, Giuliano has 0 points with 1 game to spare. But still, the game is a game, and Chairong is like, what's happening? Like, what's wrong? I'm doing fine. Shouldn't he be doing as well? Like,
that was a very unmanly moment by Din Chairong. Getting caught on camera.
What? But still, You know, well, players have had 10 minutes to to try everything. So this must be quite a huge surprise for Giuliano, especially with somebody of his gaming experience.
Yeah.
I think this must have caught him out of the blue, out of surprise, because I'm sure that he has everything set up
Yeah,
perfectly well.
Julian Dasonville usually, he is a traditional PlayStation player. So when it comes to the PC, maybe some things aren't right. Your resolution, your volume and everything, you have to adjust a lot
Yeah.
of things on the PC. So probably he isn't used to it. But I think it's just his tackle and slide tackle buttons being mixed up, which is why right from kickoff we saw him slide straight away.
Yeah, that's right. And it looks like he's consulting with the with the commentary referees or the producers over there to see whether anything can be done. Because like what you said, Hibidi, you can't edit the gameplay settings, the controller settings once the game has started.
Yep.
So at least he realized that early on in the first kick of the game. But it would have been interesting if early on China had the attack. Had the attack built up, and
Yeah.
if it resulted in a goal, well, that would have been
Well,
a
according to
huge
the rules in
conundrum.
the past, if a goal is scored and you need a restart, you will continue on from that scoreline and play the remaining timeout. So if they pause it at about 6-7 minutes, they play 83, and then the ref decides to give one last attack when that time is up. So that's how it usually plays out.
That's interesting here, but we're still waiting on the issue to be settled here. So it looks like we'll have to get more delays here. Do apologize for this, but it looks like possibly a complete remake is in order here. We're not so sure. We're still double checking with our side there, but well, if it's a remake, there's nothing much to be lost there
Not much,
because
yeah. I mean, 5 minutes had passed, and
less
there
than
were no
5
goals.
minutes
Yeah,
even,
less than
yeah.
that probably.
So no issues there. But then again, hey, shout outs to all the players, all the managers here who are watching this stream via YouTube and Facebook. I think it's the very first time that we are trying out the Facebook stream, and that's really wildly successful. Our YouTube stream right now is about almost 300 viewers, but our Facebook stream, wow, that's really good. 600 viewers in the first 5 minutes. Thank you for every one of you for tuning in to us here. And well, we have a whole day ahead of us. We still have Group D, and that's where the magic for us will happen. Singapore's Amran sadly has been knocked out of Group A after 2 losses against Thailand's number 1 as well as China's number 1. But up next later on, we will have Group D, where we have Thailand B, Sweden, and of course Malaysia's very own RBX Arroyos. That's coming up later on. Of course, after the end of this current match here between China B, technically it's China Star, A Star, because he's the defending champion, up against France. At the end of this match, we will show our second code of the day. And later on, for the matches, the 2 Malaysian matches, not only will we show the codes as well for the end of the Malaysian matches, we will have the predict and win portion, and we'll, hopefully some of you will be able to get something out of that as well. So stick around, guys. We're gonna go to a very short break until the managers there sort things out, because at the moment France is having some controller issues. A possible remake might happen later on. We'll get back as soon as possible. As for now, we're going to a very short break. Stick around, guys. We'll see you again soon. Alright guys, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the Intercontinentals 2016 for FIFA Online 3. I'm Evil Sword, and with me is Hibidi. And earlier on there was a slight fault in the match between France as well as China B due to the controller settings for the French player Julien Dassonville having a bit of a problem earlier on there, but it looks like he has fixed everything up. Hopefully such problems won't occur for him again, and we are going to remake the whole match again here from the start. It's Juventus against Chelsea. We know now for sure that France is using Chelsea, and his opponent China, the defending champion Ding Chairong, is using Juventus with this 4-2-1-3 false line formation. And China, as you can see on screen now, is using a very basic default 4-2-3-1 France, using Chelsea, very basic 4-2-3-1 formation here. Hibidi, you mentioned earlier on that you use 3 different formations. It's always good to have a plan B, and this isn't the formation that the French player used early on.
Exactly.
You
I
think this
mean,
could be the plan B that he has?
maybe he has done his homework on Din Chai Rong. He has observed the match between Vietnam and China, so he knows how the French play. He knows how the Chinese player plays. So in FIFA, once again, different formations, are good against different formations. So it is always good to have more than one. I know traditionally most FIFA players, they stick to one formation, they perfect it, but sometimes it just is a bad matchup. For example, 4-4-2, it doesn't do well against a formation with 5 at the back. So it's about adapting and changing to your situations to be the best player.
We're not talking about 5 at the back. The current meta game in the current server, Singapore and Malaysia, it's like almost everybody is using 5 at the back.
Yeah, it's ugly football. I'm not a fan of it. So whenever I come up with someone like that, I make sure I stick it to them verbally and on the field as well.
Now, I'm not a huge fan of the 5 at the back formations, but you gotta admit that some teams have been winning quite a lot with 5 at the back. However, so far in the entire tournament here, I've not seen a single top player using 5 at the back. So I don't think it's something that is really used by the top players.
Exactly, it's just something that confuses you right off the bat. So I don't think it's a particularly good formation. I'd say it's a cheese formation. Once again, you see the top players, they have 4 at the back, standard formations. And if you have 5 players at the back, you sacrifice a lot of midfield play. And at the highest level, that can hurt you.
Definitely so. And we've got it. We've started the match over here. It is France up against the defending champion from China. And China is defending heavily right now. He is playing the Juventus team, playing from left to right in the away pink and black attire. And his opponent is France. No chance for France at all to qualify to the semi-final stage. He's fighting for pride right now, just pure basic pride, because he did lose to a huge underdog Vietnam, and he is defending right now from right to left. Juan Cuadrado, however, on the attack, the former Chelsea man, getting a cross in against his former employers, but Diego Costa on the ball now for trying to get a counter attack, but China playing very slow. France playing a bit slow. A cutting through ball inside, but Alex Sandro from Juventus manages to get one ahead of Milan. A battle of speed versus speed. Alex Sandro won that defensive battle there.
Yeah, right. So far the opening exchanges, it's been bogged down in midfield. No goal scoring chances yet for either side. There was that one chance for Chelsea when Azad skipped away from his marker. But besides that, it's been a midfield battle so far.
Alex Sandro laying forward for Paul Pogba. Very industrial midfielder here. Midfield actually, Paul Pogba, Marquisio, as well as Sami Khedira. Very combative midfield lineup. Sami Khedira has the ball again, back to Khedira for Marquisio, and Khedira wastes that attacking opportunity. And here comes Chelsea on the counter attack. France, Diogo Costa, the interception there. Another great tackle, however, by Gary Cahill for Chelsea. Diego Costa trying to become the link man in midfield now. Passing towards Alexandre Pato. The shot a bit weak and directly to the goalkeeper. Pato normally deployed as a striker. He's here as a central attacking midfielder. Not seen much of him in real life. But was he a loan or is he a transfer? I think it's a full transfer, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it was a loan initially with the option to make it permanent. I don't believe Chelsea took up that option though.
Yeah, he didn't even play much.
Yeah.
But here he's on the ball right now. Alexandre Pato, who used to be a huge wonder kid when at his time with AC Milan.
He was one of the best players in FIFA 12 for my Brazil
absolutely
team.
He was such a beast there in the striking position, but being demoted to CAM and not so much of luck right now. Here he is on the ball again. Alexandre Pato for France, for Chelsea, losing the ball yet again. Marquisio now for China, coming forward. Juventus passing the ball around the 3 midfielders, Sami Khedira, Paul Pogba and Claudio Marquisio. Padua Samoa on the left midfield. Juan Cuadrado coming in from right wing to the central midfield area. Back to Asamoah. Azpilicueta with a fantastic tackle. And here comes a counter attack. 2-on-2, but the pass, well, even if the pass is completed, I don't think there is enough time for an attack. Lots of back-to-back action. Juventus having the lion's share of the possession. 63% possession to only 37 by France. Lots of counter-attacking move by France here, and he has one shot on target. by this man here, Alexandre Pato. But the most important statistic is the scoreline, which stands at 0-0.
Yeah, Din Chai Rong will be feeling the pressure now in the second half, but Vietnam will be absolutely loving this. Both his opponents slugging it out, neither one making any clear-cut chances, but Din Chai Rong is really going to throw the kitchen sink at Dasonville if he is to qualify.
That's exactly correct, because Din Chai Rong, the player from China, using Juventus in the pink and black attire, has to score with at least a 2-goal margin, otherwise he will be knocked out of the tournament as well. He has 1 point because of his draw with Vietnam in the second match of Group C, but he needs to score at least 2 goals and win with a margin of at least 2 goals.
Exactly.
Any less than that, he's out.
He realizes that now, so the change is coming very early on in the second half. He's probably going with 4 up top, probably going with a 4-1-1-4 formation. He's been having a 4-3-3 so far, so he really needs to step on the gas and really take the game to Dasonville.
Friends, we have on screen here Julien Dasonville, Giuliano from France there. He is out of the tournament. There's nothing he can do to stay inside here, but he's fighting for glory here. He does not want to go home with 2 losses and not a single point under his belt. So that's why he's fighting ever so hard, just not to go home empty-handed with no points.
Yeah, Julien Dasonville started the second half in sloppy fashion. 2 miscontrolled attempts on the far side. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? As we would say in French. What are you doing?
Some French lessons here by Singapore's own Hibidi, and he has the ball right now here. Cesc Fabregas to Baba on the left flank. I've not seen that left back player before. Okay, never mind. Eden Hazard with the skill moves on the left wing. Cut out by Leonardo Bonucci. However, Baba again with the intercept. Chelsea on the attack. Pato lays it off right side. Willian has a good long range shot, not opting for that. However, the skill moves, however, from France coming out. Azpilicueta aiming for Pato, and he gets the header in here. Alexandre Pato back on goal scoring form here. 1-0 ahead for France, and China has everything to fight for now.
Exactly, that wasn't in the script. We expected Din Chai Rong to come out swinging and come out big, but Dasonville showing what a quality player is. Great skill move there by Willian to draw the defender in and wait for the overlapping run, and then a great cross in and a great header downwards.
Well, this is bad news for China and amazing news for Vietnam, because now China, in order for him to qualify to the next stage, he has to score no less than 3 goals. And he only has about 15 or so minutes to do so, and I think that's a really tall order. Even though you're the defending champion of FIFA Online 3, it's going to be a huge ask for him. But he is on the attack right now here with Claudio Marchisio. Branislav Ivanovic, the right back, now deployed as centre back due to his hulking size and speed as well. So efficient at centre back position, much better than John Terry at the moment, I think. And Paul Pogba, however, comes to attack again. Nemanja Matic, easily one of the best defensive midfielders in the game, especially in the new engine, gets that tackle off, and Chelsea goes again with a counter attack. Breaks down, however. I don't think there's enough time for China to do anything.
There isn't. Din Chai Rong has to score with this attack to give himself a chance. Once this is turned over without a goal, it's all over for him.
Alexandro on the attack here. China has been attacking, but nothing to come up with it at all. Alexandro across in. Gary Cahill with the unorthodox defending there by Thibaut Courtois. Sami Khedira, long range shot perhaps. No, tries to link it up. Again, China is going by the old school engine method of trying to pass the ball in. That's not going to work in the new engine.
It's too intricate for him. There aren't those big long passes that we need to see in the new engine. He's still trying to pass the ball into tight gaps, and Dasonville right now turning on the style with Pato. And just about getting a corner, and that should be it.
Only 3 minutes of added time remaining. Dasonville knows all he needs is to hold the ball as long as possible. Oh, there comes the magic, but not enough time here. There's a goal kick, and I think that should be the end of the game with this kick here. France will have won this match here 1-0. France beats China, and the biggest winner is Vietnam. He qualifies to the next one with 4 points.
It is, yeah. I mean, you saw at the end of the game, Dasonville, he had won that game, but, the look of disappointment on his face, he knew that he messed up in the first game. If he had played like this in that first game, he would be the qualifier as well.
Yeah, that's right. And, but still, the biggest surprise is the so-called weakest player or weakest country in the entire group is the one that qualifies, and he didn't qualify with just 1 point. He qualifies with huge 4 points advantage, and that's really amazing play by Vietnam against all odds. He's qualified to the next round against the defending champion, against the French legend Giuliano.
Yeah, and he has Alexander Pato to thank for that, rising highest above a sea of pink shirts to nod it home at the far post. Din Chai Rong not too pleased himself there.
Yep, that is right, guys. Well, that is the end of Group C matches here. So just a confirmation that Vietnam has qualified to the next stage with 4 points. Giuliano manages to get 3 points courtesy of that win. He goes from second place, goes back home with $1,950 worth of prize money. And sadly enough, the defending champion Ding Chairong from China, he goes back in third place with only 1 point in his name. Goes back with $1,250. But of course, there's something for you guys at home to win as well. Well, the names are inverted, but never mind. We're going to show the codes anyway. Right here, you get yourself a World Best and Best 100 player pack. So this is a Season 15 player pack. Head on down to coupon.f43.garena.com. Input this code right now. It's only valid for the next 15 minutes or so. Definitely before the next match begins. So head on down to the website and grab yourself quite a nice, a decent player pack. Hopefully you get a world's best. Otherwise you get maybe one of the top 5 players in the season 15. So stay around, guys. There's of course the biggest group, well, for us anyways, it's going to be the biggest group matches coming up. It's Malaysia's group. It's Arroyos' group. We've been waiting for this for the past few weeks. Finally, Botak has a chance to shine in the final matches of the day. It's Malaysia, it's Sweden, it's Thailand B. A tough match ahead of him because his opponents are really, really high class. But hopefully Arroyos can do that. Head on down to Facebook and post hashtag GoBotak. Lend your support to him. He needs all your support from Malaysia as well as from Singapore. And hopefully we can break the duck where at least one team, one player from Singapore or Malaysia can go on to the next round. Right, stick around, guys. I'm Ivo Swade. With me is Hibidi. Stay around for the final group matches for the Intercontinentals 2016 tournament from Bangkok, Thailand. And we'll come back soon in about 10 minutes or so. Good luck, guys. Have fun.
stages.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Intercontinentals 2016 for FIFA Online 3 right here at Bangkok, Thailand. I am Evil Sword, and with me is Hibidi, and we are about to kick things off for the Group D stage of the tournament. We are down to the final 3 matches, and in Group D, we have Sweden represented by none other than Boras legend. He really is a FIFA legend. There he is on screen right now from Sweden. His opponent, of course, is representing Thailand. It's Thailand B. We are not so sure how to pronounce his nickname, but we know his real name is Ekarin Narula, so we're just going to call him Ekarin for short. But of course, the third player in Group D, the one and only representative from Malaysia, Go Botak Go, it's RBX Arroyos, and he'll be playing in the next match after this. We're going to start Group D match with Sweden versus Thailand B. Is Boras legend up against Ekarin. We've not seen much of Ekarin. This is the first time we're going to cast him, but Boras legend, you know him very well, don't you, Ibn?
Yeah, I've watched him from a few years ago. He won a massive tournament in Vegas. I think the total prize pool was, if I'm not wrong, 450,000 US dollars. So he took the first prize. I think it was about 200K. It was sick money, sponsored by Virgin. So, you know, he has the big game mentality. He can go through those games, and he went through a lot of top players en route to winning that tournament. And his interview after winning, he was like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to spend some money. So, so he's a cool guy as well.
He is, yeah, he definitely is a legend. Although right now the FIFA legends aren't having a good run at the moment. We saw earlier in Group C, another legend, Julien Dassonville from France. He got knocked out of the tournament after losing to Vietnam. And another player, Ding Chairong, the defending champion from the Asian Cup 2015, he got knocked out as well, again by Vietnam. So the legends in the FIFA scene have not gotten a good run so far. Do you think Boras will be able to step it up this time?
Well, it's a best of one, so the player who plays best over 6 minutes, you know, he will get the W. It doesn't matter what your reputation is, doesn't matter where you came from. It's just about showing up, working hard, and, you know, making your chances count.
That's right, and just a quick recap of the rules and formats of this tournament. It is, of course, the Intercontinentals 2016 for EA Sports FIFA Online 3. And it is, for the group stage at least, it's a best of one tournament. It's a best of one competition for the group stages. That means if you lose, that's it. 3 points goes to your opponent, and it'll be very difficult for you to proceed to the next round, because in order to go to the next round, you have to top your group. Of the 3 players in a group, only the top one will qualify. And you have a choice of 9 FIFA 15 teams that are Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Manchester United, Manchester City, Juventus, Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, and Borussia Dortmund. And if you have chosen one team, for example, these players have chosen Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. This, let's say the player on the right, you chose Real Madrid, you cannot choose Real Madrid at all for the rest of the tournament. Even though if you qualify all the way to the final, you cannot use Real Madrid at all. You have to switch to any one of the remaining 8 teams. So it's a really difficult choice here, and we're still not so sure which team is which one here.
Ekkarin is playing as Bayern, so it's Thailand as Bayern Munich, and it's Sweden, Boras Legend as Real Madrid.
Excellent. All right, so we have Thailand versus Sweden is Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid. Thailand, as you mentioned early on, Thailand is using Bayern Munich, and Sweden using Real Madrid. That means for the next match onwards, Thailand cannot use Bayern Munich, Sweden cannot use Real Madrid. And it's going to be a big match here, guys. And of course, up next, the match after this, we're going to have Malaysia's very own Arroyos, but we'll see how his opponent fares. And Arroyos, I'm sure he'll be really looking at this match to see if there's any cracks in the defense that he can exploit in his matches against these two players.
Could he be in the toilet getting ready? That's what I want to know.
He could, because, you know, the last, if you're not so sure what Hibidi just mentioned, well, in the very last game, the final match of the qualifiers, the road to Thailand for the Malaysian stage, Arroyos took a 15-minute toilet break, and when he came back
in the middle of sets, a 15-minute toilet
I think it was a best of 5, was it?
No, best of 3.
Best of 3.
Before the final game, he was in the toilet.
Best of 3, he won one, he lost one, he went to the toilet, he came back, he won the whole tournament. So I would suggest that he watch the match instead of going to the toilet first. But here we go, the start of Group D for the Intercontinentals 2016. It's Thailand versus Sweden. It's Ekkarin from Thailand up against Boras Legend of Sweden. Thailand playing from left to right. Wow. He got intercepted there by Sweden playing Real Madrid, playing from right to left. Thailand defending right now, using Bayern Munich, and concedes a corner kick to Sweden here. Boras Legend on the ball. Marcelo might take the corner kick here. In swinger. Oh, Sergio Ramos. What a header. A strong header directly off a free kick. An early goal for Boras Legend for Sweden. 1-0 ahead to him.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any danger on. There are only 3 men in the box, but Boras Legend, you know, once again, from set pieces, this is his engine, and he's proving why he walked away with that huge prize pool in Vegas all those years ago.
No, the fear that the Legends had is basically, are they good enough to make the transition from the regular FIFA series to FIFA Online 3? Because even though we're using the same engine, the Impact engine, there are still some people might say it's minor, but it's very noticeable differences between the two games. And it looks at Boras Legend, might be able to get away with this. However, Ekkarin is on the ball. Wow. 4 passes in a row. Douglas Costa, after the 4th pass down, just kept passing, and Douglas Costa on his left foot curls one just on the wrong side of the post, however.
Yeah, brilliant move there by Ekkarin, coming straight back after going a goal down and putting Boras Legend on the back foot. But Boras Legend, once again, in the style of Din Chairong, stepping up very early to make
Thiago Alcantara to Lewandowski. Fantastic sliding challenge there by Pepe to block that shot there. It was a brilliant through ball by Thiago Alcantara, but Lewandowski's shot blocked, just in front of the goalkeeper. Look at the speed and the strength of Cristiano Ronaldo, however, for Sweden. Step over, dummy there. Back again. Dummies all over the place. Ronaldo still has the ball. Passes down to Gareth Bale. James Rodriguez on his left foot. Can he do anything here? Tries to buy a bit of time. He's being hounded by Philip Lam. Philip Lam, however, can't stop the onslaught of James Rodriguez. Again, another corner kick. He scored from the previous corner. Can he make another one from here? Marcelo on the ball. Outswinger this time. Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo with a brilliant acrobatic goal there, scored right in the middle of the box. 2-0 for Boras Legend in the space of 20 minutes.
Yeah, the level of improvisation from this Swede is out of this world. Taking it on the knee, controlling it away from goal, and then volleying it into the far corner. Boras Legend playing with so much confidence at the moment, and it's no wonder that Ekkarin is pausing to make changes just 25 minutes in.
He has to make changes. It is a best of 1, unlike a best of 3, where you have second chances after you lose the first match. Every match is so incredibly important to you. Each match won gets you 3 points in a group, and looks like almost all the groups, the qualified participants have like 4 points only. So every match lost, it's a huge step back. You're cutting yourself away from the semi-final stage if you lose there. So Ekkarin making the changes. No substitutes at the moment here. Could be mistaken, but at the moment there isn't much change being made for Ekkarin. Douglas Costa on the ball, loses the ball immediately to Luka Modric. Sweden, of course, has the lead. They have possession right now. Ronaldo, right striker, but in quite a withdrawn position at the moment. Forward to Gareth Bale. Benzema link up with Bale here in the middle. So many red-shirted defenders, but Gareth Bale manages to find some space on the left-hand side where James Rodriguez is waiting for the cross to make the cross in. Gets another bit of space there. Benzema is offside, however. Another close opportunity for Sweden. That's very, very marginally offside. But at the moment, Thailand is struggling to get just out of their own half.
Yeah, Boris Legend playing out of his skin at the moment. You know, he is a good player to begin with, but being 2 goals up so early on, you know, confidence oozing from his veins.
Exactly. Well, here's some possession right now by Bayern Munich. Thiago Alcantara now passing the ball forward to Thomas Müller. He has had a few chances early on, unable to do so due to brilliant defending by the Swedish player here. Again, Pepe deployed as a left centre-back, but in a left defensive midfield position. Really good team here. Now, I'm also wondering how Sweden will play with other teams. Perhaps this is his best team, Real Madrid. Can he perform with other teams? Because remember, with the format of this tournament, once you choose a certain team, you cannot choose that team at all for the rest of the tournament. And it will look that, you know, Sweden's Boras Legend can't use Real Madrid in the next matches onwards. Let's see how he fares in those future matches. But right now he has some defending to do. David Alaba passes forward to Philip Lahm with the early cross in, looking for Robert Lewandowski. Passes to Arjen Robben, but Arjen Robben is unable to get the header low enough underneath the crossbar. End of the first half, 2 goals ahead for Boras Legend. He is doing tremendously well at this stage of the game.
Yes, yeah, you can see. I mean, possession-wise, he's only at 42%, but he's made it count. And, you know, the very next match is going to be Arroyos from our server going up against Boras Legend. I'm sure Arroyos would have wanted to go up against someone like Ekarin instead for his first game, but it's going to be right into the frying pan for Mr. Botak from Malaysia. So he's going to have his work cut out for him in this next match.
Well, if you know, it's a double-edged sword because, you know, on one hand, well, we're going to cut that short first because it looks like a third goal is incoming, and the third goal has come for Boras Legend. Makes it 3-0. Gareth Bale there, finding some space underneath the goalkeeper, slides one in. Easy third goal for him.
Yeah, great reverse pass by James Rodriguez, picking the ball up and turning it into the path of Gareth Bale, and near corner finish. Yep. Past Manuel Neuer.
Yeah, it's from a defensive mistake, and Ekwin looks to be playing in shambles right now. He has no clue how to counter against this the Sweden player who's been performing ever so well in this game. You know, it could be dangerous for Arroyos. I was mentioning earlier on that, you know, it could be good for Arroyos as he now knows where to attack, you know, and he has to force his opponents to make mistakes. But then again, you know, after a loss like that, I'm sure that Ekwin does not want to make the same mistake again, and he'll be really pumped up against Arroyos. Might be against a Swedish champion here, but he might sense that, you know, I might have a chance with Arroyos. Let's get those 3 points. Might be a bit dangerous, but let's see if we can get a goal here. It's Lewandowski with some space. Fantastic outside of the boot shot here. Reduces the deficit to 3-1. It is definitely possible for Ekwin to get the win, although it might be difficult, but, well, he got, you know, he's finally off the starting blocks.
Yeah, for the first time in the game, Boras Legend made to look very ordinary. Lewandowski wide open on the edge of the box, able to use the outside of his boot to smash it past the keeper.
61 minutes have elapsed in this game. Scoreline still very much in favor for Boras Legend. 3-1, and another defensive mistake there. Thankfully for him, David Alaba is there to make amends, and almost a third mistake in a row for Ekwin. But he's going forward now with Thiago Alcantara, the playmaker in central midfield position. Good footwork there by the young Spanish international Thomas Müller, getting some space in the middle, however closed down immediately by Marcelo, who's playing in the defensive midfielder position. It's 3-on-2 right now. Can Gareth Bale get ahead of it here? Luka Modric finds Benzema onside. No, just offside there. Could have made it 4-1 if Gareth Bale just went forward.
So close. He could have picked the option on the left-hand side as well. Gareth Bale was making a run.
Maybe a lofted ball,
lofted through ball
to the left side.
Benzema, you can see him there gesturing to Lino. Not too happy about that call.
Yep, Ekwin making more changes here. Early on, he went to, I believe he just made a formational change early on. I didn't quite see what changes he made, but there were no substitutes early on there. Might be calling him for substitutes. And, well, seeing how he played early on, there were only 2 defenders up against 4 strikers. Do you think he's just throwing in the kitchen sink at the moment?
Well, I mean, he certainly has to change something. What it is, I don't really know, because Boras Legend has shown that there aren't really any chinks in his armor. apart from that one goal that he conceded. But the game is effectively over by that point. So it's more or less the same from Boras Legend, and Echoing can just hope and pray that he comes back down to a more mortal level for him to contend with.
Well, a singular substitution there by Equin representing Thailand. It's Thiago Alcantara making way for Mario Götze. Here comes Douglas Costa. Robert Lewandowski outside the box there. He collects the ball. He's good with the long range shot, and he sees Douglas Costa. Can Douglas Costa finish it? Ooh. Yes, he does. Scoreline is now 3-2. Still has plenty of time for the comeback. Comeback might be happening here. 76 minutes of the game. The deficit is only 1 goal. 3-2. Still in favor of Boras Legend. But looks like Ekwin has found his feet.
Yeah, it's only a 1 goal deficit now. And Ekwin suddenly, with the change, carving him wide open. We saw a similar chance as well. If Douglas Costa in the first half, he missed on a stronger foot. With his weaker foot, he's scoring now.
Yep, exactly, man. And this is coming live from Bangkok, Thailand. And Ekwin, the representative from Thailand, definitely has huge home support. And we know for sure that Thai support is one of the best support you can have in the world. Thailand, even in the tournament, we were just talking about this earlier on, in the tournament, the Korean tournament, a few Thais flew all the way to Korea just to support their homeboys and made a huge ruckus over there. And the support that Ekwin has right now is probably it's probably causing his opponent to make mistakes just like that. And I think the home crowd senses blood,
Exactly, the home crowd is baying for blood, and they will be making a lot of noise. I was in Thailand last year, and the home support, they support their local boys as well, but they also support good football, so they must be loving things at the moment.
Absolutely. Well, David Alaba on the attack right now. It's interesting to know in the first half, Thailand has not gotten a single whiff of the ball, and now he's just dominating proceedings at the moment. Great tackle yet again by the defenders of Real Madrid by Boras Legend. 85 minutes is elapsing right now. Philip Lam launching the counter-attack. Thomas Muller for Thailand. Thailand playing with Bayern Munich at the moment. He has the ball. However, he is down by 1 goal. He needs to score 1 more to get that point ahead. David Alaba sees somebody in the middle. Is Robert Lewandowski. The Iron Robin on his left foot. Back out to Robert Lewandowski. Can he shoot it in? Great tackle there. However, the ball is still not cleared out. Danilo now, Benzema trying to clear the ball out. 1 minute of extra time remaining here. Mateo Kovacic with the huge layoff to the left-hand side. James Rodriguez on the ball. I think it is too little too late for the Thai here. Great tackle by Manny Banasha. Is there enough time for a final attack, a final goal? Possibly not enough time, however. Sadly for Thailand, even though with that last rally of attacks, it's not enough to get the goals that he needed, and it ends in a 3-2 win for the Swedish international player. It is the legend himself, Boras Legend, with the win, going back with 3 points.
Yeah, what a match though. We thought it was all comfortable for Boras Legend after he scored that third goal, but Ekwin just came roaring back in the second half and made it very, very interesting at the end, even making Boras Legend sweat a bit there with a few mistakes.
Well, I think, I really hope that Argois is watching the match, because up next, he is against Boras Legend. And there he is on screen right now, walking over to Ekwin, as a show of goodwill to congratulate him, for the great fight that he posed there. Ekwin, of course, sportsmanship all around here, because we're all still competitors. Here's the highlights here. After a great start, Sergio Ramos with the header of that corner kick. We have not seen much corner kick goals so far in this tournament, but that was Boras Legend with the early goal. And in the second half here, a defensive mistake by Ekwin led to the third goal by Boras Legend. And being 3-0 down, everybody thought the game was up right there and then. But Ekwin, showing that not all is lost, manages to claw back 2 goals, including this great one here by Douglas Costa. However, it came too little too late. 15 minutes after that, he couldn't do a single thing, and Boras Legend just tightened up his shores, goes back with the win. 3 points with Boras Legend right now, and he's going to go up against Arroyos up next. How do you think Arroyos can beat Boras Legend, if there's any way for him to do so?
Wow, we've seen some of the most exceptional play today from Boras Legend. Arroyos, at times the criticism is that he plays a bit like the old school Malaysian style, too slow, too stiff, not dynamic enough.
From the RB school of
the
thinking,
RB and the old Wins clan, I guess. My First Wins. They all believed in possession, and in a 6-minute game, if you hold the ball for too long, you limit yourself in terms of chances. And Boras Legend, who we've seen can score a goal in an instant, that may be a problem for Arroyos.
Yep, that's right. And he beat one of the representatives from Thailand in FIFA Online 3, and we know that there may not be a huge community of FIFA Online 3 players in Sweden, but there is an amazing community of Thai players. The Thai server is full of people and full of tournaments, full of professional level players. And Boris Legend just swatted him aside like he was nothing. Sure, there was the last minute few goals, but still, all in all, a comfortable win for Boris.
Very comfortable. I mean, in Asia, for the past 2 to 3 years, we have been sheltered from the might of the Europeans. They've always traditionally been the powerhouses in professional FIFA. But ever since the split and the branching out of FO3, the Europeans haven't been able to play the game, and they haven't been able to show up in our competition. So right now, we're getting a first taste of what things will be like when they finally join our events.
Well, there you have on screen there the winner of the first match of Group D for the Internationals 2016. It is Sweden's own Boras Legend. He is, of course, his name is not in vain. He really is a legend in the old FIFA series of games, the FIFA 12, the FIFA 13s, but he's doing pretty well so far in FIFA Online 3. And of course, up next will be the star match of the day, for us at least here in Singapore and Malaysia. It is RB Arroyos of Malaysia up against this man on screen here, Boras Legend of Sweden. And all the best to Arroyos. He needs all the luck he can get. And you can show your support for Arroyos by going on Facebook and posting the hashtag #GoBotak. It will link you directly to Arroyos, and he needs all the help and support he can get. So stick around, guys. There is going to be a lot more after this. Of course, the predict and win is available for the next match onwards. We're down to our final 2 matches of the day. It's going to be Malaysia's Arroyos up against Sweden's Boras Legend. Stick around, guys. We'll see you guys really, really soon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Intercontinentals 2016 for FIFA Online 3. And up next, we have the match that we've all been waiting for. It's the start of Arroyos' road to the grand finals, or hopefully he reaches there. It's RBX Arroyos from Malaysia up against Boras Legend of Sweden, who's just came off a wonderful win. He may have lost 3-2, but don't let the scoreline fool you. It's actually not as close as you think, especially. So it's a tough match, and here is the intro for Arroyos. We're just gonna keep quiet and listen to what he has got to say.
And Arroyos, copying the Hibbity fist pump. Not too pleased about that. So, Arroyos, a bit of background on him. He's been in FIFA for a long time, coming to 10 years now. And, he hasn't really had a lot of experience on the international stage. So this is a good break for him, finally winning his qualifier, being the top player in Malaysia for one tournament. And he finds himself in Thailand.
And every time we've seen Arroyos in the big stage, maybe not on the international stage, but even in the local context, the local big tournaments like the Guina Carnival and the Guina Cyber Games, he's always appeared as part of a team. This is the first time he's appearing as an individual on his own accord. So I think it is a huge achievement for Arroyos. Firstly, to have come this far and defeating all his opponents. He did not come from a seeded position. He came as a walk-in contestant. He has said that in a lot of his interviews, and he says that he's lucky to come up here. But I think years and years of experience, hard work, dedication, led to him appearing in the grand finals.
I mean, his never say die attitude is admirable. Obviously, the FIFA community can be quite toxic at times. You lose a few times and they start to get on your back. So for Arroyos to have persevered for that many years, credit to him, and fair play to him as well. I mean, we hope he does well this time around.
Well, I certainly hope he will do well later on. It is Malaysia's pride and joy, Arroyos, there on the right side of your screen, up against one of the very best in the world. It's Sweden's Boras Legend. Already we have one of our representatives, Amran, also known as El Pistolero, Singapore's representative, getting knocked out early on at the start of the day in Group A because of his losses against Thailand's first pick as well as China. And there have it, the 12 competitors here. We are down to our final three. Arroyos from Malaysia, Boras Legend from Sweden, as well as the Ekarin from Thailand, there, the second at the top left here. And of course, now we have the predict and win portion of the format of the program here. Predict who's going to win this match between Boras Legend of Sweden and RB Arroyos of Malaysia. You can say Arroyos, you can say Malaysia, you can say Boras, you can say Sweden, as whatever you want. Just indicate which country or player is going to win, and at the same time leave your manager name as well, and you could be chosen to win 10 million EP points. 10 million EP points. All you have to do is say in one comment the name or the country or the person you believe is going to win between the match between Boras Legend Sweden versus Arroyos of Malaysia, as well as your in-game manager name. Not the Garena username, the in-game manager name. So good luck to all of you. Only one of you will win the 10 million EP points later after this match. We're going to go straight directly into this match here. Now we know for sure that Boras Legend could not use Real Madrid because he had used that team early on. So we can say with quite some certainty that Boras Legend from Sweden is using Bayern Munich and Arroyos is using Real Madrid. And looking at the formation here, kind of familiar, don't you think?
Well, it's what Arroyos has been using for a long time, and it is what he has gone back to on the biggest stage of his career so far. He's never been to a World Championship, so in this Intercontinental, he's going back to tried and trusted, and honestly, to what has got him here in the first place.
Well, looking at the lineup for Sweden's Boras Legend now, this is the one that got him the 3-2 victory, 3 goals in like very quick succession here. Look at the 4 strikers up there. Douglas Costa on the left, Lewandowski on the right, supported by Robben on the left, Ribery on the right. Normally, they play as inverted wingers, now back to their so-called orthodox positions. Robben with the left foot on the left, Ribery with the right foot on the right. Do you think how will this cause problems for Real Madrid for Arroyos.
Oh yeah, I mean, Boras Legend, he can stretch the play. We've seen that many times. We've seen him bomb down the flanks and get into the final third in wide positions. So playing with natural wingers will allow him to swing those balls in. And in Lewandowski in the middle, he has got a great header of the ball.
Exactly, man. Well, we've seen how he can score with headers off corner kicks earlier in the first match. This is Arroyos' very first international match of his own. He has no support from his team there, no RB players, no other players there, all by himself. Can he do it on the biggest stage there is here in Bangkok, Thailand? It is the start of the biggest match of his career thus far, the Intercontinentals 2016 for EA Sports FIFA Online 3. He will be playing as the home white shirt Real Madrid team against Boras Legend. Off to a really good start. He has 3 points in Group D right now. He will be using Bayern Munich at the team. You see here a final look at the lineups. It's 4-2-4 up against a modified 4-2-4 or 4-3-3 you might call it here. I think it's more of a 4-2-4 battle. It's Boras Legend playing from left to right, kicking things off as Bayern Munich, and Arroyos, the pride and joy of Malaysia, defending now from right to left in the white Real Madrid jersey. Left hand side, or look at the speed, look at that through ball there on the left, looking for Douglas Costa, one of the best left wingers in the game. And here's Lewandowski up against Rafael Varane. Lewandowski comes away injured there, and Rafael Varane whacks it out to the left hand side. Karim Benzema holds the play up here. Standard RB football, standard Arroyos' football, but here's some space on the left. Luka Modric gets tackled by Jerome Boateng. Will we see an early substitute for Lewandowski? Perhaps not. It's not serious enough, that injury, it seems. Cristiano Ronaldo will take that throw on the left for Arroyos, playing as Real Madrid in the white. Karim Benzema in some space. Gareth Bale on the left foot, back to Benzema inside the box. Tries to skill move his way in. Two defenders blocking the way. He has to defend now with Javier Martinez leading the charge.
So far it's been Arroyos actually having more of the ball outside Boras Legend's box. We saw a bit of stutter stepping from Arroyos and even the confidence to pull off a skill move. So good signs early on from the Malaysian player.
Oh, Luka Modric deciding challenge, not enough to get the ball away. Here comes Varane. Interesting choice of centre backs there, choosing Varane instead of Sergio Ramos. I think he has a choice of Ramos, Varane as well as Pepe, and I can't really be sure of who Varane's centre back is, and I think it's Pepe instead of Sergio Ramos. Very interesting there.
Probably the arrow conditions are what has prompted this change, but usually you know, even with a down arrow, you would want Ramos in centre back position.
Found Kribel with the shot there with his weaker left foot. Easy save for Keylor Navas, but in my opinion, this is the FIFA 15, is the season 15 database of players here, and Sergio Ramos, I think easily is one of the best defenders in the entire database of season 15 players. So to go without him, is showing either his foolhardy of Arroyos or his supreme confidence in Rafael Varane.
Right, exactly. I mean, for me, if I pick Real Madrid, Ronaldo and Ramos would be the first ones on my team sheet, regardless of arrow, conditioning or stamina. So why he has chosen Pepe and Varane over Sergio Ramos confuses me.
Well, at the moment, Varane is playing very, very well, making two important tackles inside the box. Let's hope for Arroyos' sake that Varane continues this fine form. Lewandowski in attack right now for Sweden. Excellent tackle by Marcelo there. Cuts back, a slight mistake there, but he still has the ball. Casemiro lays it forward. Left side all the way to Cristiano Ronaldo, deployed as left winger, not the left striker as one would put it there, and he loses the ball again to Boras Legend. And currently it seems that it's not the dominating performance that we've come to see Boras Legend doing against Thailand. It looks that Arroyos is playing pretty comfortably, I must say.
Yeah, Boras Legend, he did a lot of damage with Ronaldo with those skill moves early on against Akarin. Right now, with Bayern Munich against Real Madrid, he's finding it a lot tougher, especially against Arroyos, who's defending excellently well at the moment.
Very true, and right now more defending has to be done by Arroyos as a throw-in taken by Ian Robben. Shot to Arturo Vidal. Oh, there is Sergio Ramos. He's actually deployed at right back instead of Carvajal. So, well, I mean that makes kind of sense because Sergio Ramos, I think by putting a right back, he only loses 1 point or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And
by putting him at right back, you are more secure from set pieces. So maybe Arroyo saw that Boras Legend scored straight of a set piece, wanted more height, a bit more big bodies in the box to defend against those set pieces.
Interesting, yep. So, well, at least we have some sort of solace found here. We can see that Sergio Ramos is actually on the field to provide some defensive steal to Arroyos' lineup here as we kick things off for the second half. Is RB Arroyos in the attack right now? He can even score one right now. Here is Gabriel. Oh, almost getting a header. Cristiano Ronaldo with the acrobatics there, saved on the line as well. Karim Benzema almost scoring for RB Arroyos. That is huge. A huge tackle by Boras Legend to keep things still level. However, he has a corner kick to contend with here to be taken by Luka Modric. Taken now by Gareth Bale. We switch back to Luka Modric now. Looks to be content with Gareth Bale. In swinger right here. Cristiano Ronaldo with the header on target but well blocked by the defender. Early scares for Boras Legend. Arroyos doing fabulously well at the start of the second half.
Arroyos with a fantastic debut so far after the first 53 minutes of virtual time. You know, giving Boras Legend a big scare there with that point-blank header from Benzema, but Neuer just about bailing the Swede out.
At the moment, it's Arturo Vidal on the attack now for the Swedish international here. Arturo Vidal on the left, joined by Arjen Robben. So many white shirt defenders ahead of him. Douglas Costa tries to get out of the way and get some space in the middle. Here comes Javi Martinez. Problem mistake there. Marcelo intercepts the ball. Oh my goodness, Lewandowski. Oh, great save there by Keylor Navas. Lewandowski almost against the run of play, squeezing one past the goalkeeper. But the goalkeeper doing ever so well. Mistake there by Marcelo. Good chance there by Sweden. Nothing happening at the moment, however. David Alaba steps up for the corner kick. Out swinger right now. Rafael Varane yet again. Great defending by the third choice centre-back. He's being chosen ahead of Sergio Ramos at centre-back position. But here comes Cristiano Ronaldo for Arroyos. Look at the speed up against the defender there. Unable to do anything. Frank Ribery. Cristiano Ronaldo still twisting and turning. Passes back to Sergio Ramos. No options inside the box. But here's another try by Ronaldo. Can he get inside? Is Gareth Bale on his left foot? Is his back? Is Benzema? Can he squeeze it in? Frank Ribery doing plenty of defending. He's actually deployed as left forward, but he's actually right now at right centre-back position. And now another counter-attack in the 71st minute of the game. Bayern Munich on the attack with Philipp Lahm. Fantastic tackle. Luka Modric conceding a throw-in inside on the left-hand side, on the right-hand flank.
Amazing game so far, especially from Arroyos. You know, really taking the game to Boras Legend, not being starstruck by the legend from Sweden, and you know, giving a pretty good account for himself so far. But here comes Boras Legend in the box now.
Vidal, the shot there, well tackled. Sliding challenge coming in by Pepe, the Portuguese centre-back there. Saving the blushes there. In swinger. Oh, Javi Martinez on the post. Casemiro whacks it out. Very close there by Boras Legend. Here comes a counter-attack. It's 2-on-3, however. Gareth Bale tries to run forward. Philipp Lahm with the intercept there. Great tackle, but what an opportunity for Javi Martinez to score the goal.
And what a let-off by Arroyos there.
Exactly,
Keeper was caught in no man's land, but somehow saw that effort come crashing off the post.
Time is running out, however, for both of the players. Another skill move, unsuccessful this time by Alicia as an attacking throw-in on the left-hand side. Ronaldo somehow taking the throw-in instead of another midfielder. Benzema tries to keep the ball into play, successfully doing so. Still Ronaldo on the ball. Benzema tries to pass the ball inside. Nobody inside the box, however. And David Alaba manages to clear that out. 87th minute of the game right now. What a fantastic match we're having here. Douglas Costa on the ball, and I think Boras Legend is happy with a draw because that will mean he finishes his proceedings with 4 points, and it is definitely possible for him to qualify 4 points unless he can seal the deal right now here. Arjen Robben definitely the last attack of the game. Can he go for a cross? He's still trying to waste as much time as possible. Back to Arturo Vidal. Winds up for the shot. Pepe yet again. Defensively fantastic performance by Malaysia's number one. Arroyos has done extremely well in this game, and you know, even though he has no shots on target and has less possession, I think he held his own in the biggest stage of them all.
He did, he certainly did. You know, he gave a pretty good account for himself. You know, he had one big chance there with that header from Benzema, and look at that mutual respect between the two. Boras Legend knows he was pretty lucky. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he was pretty lucky, and he'll be happy to come away from this with a point. And now it is all on Arroyos' shoulders as he goes into the final game against Akarin.
You know, I am just so impressed with how Arroyos has performed here. You know, if you want, you can show your support on Facebook. Go on Facebook and put up a post with the hashtag GoBotak, and you will, you know, get I think Alois can be seeing all this. He is seeing all the Facebook posts, all the Facebook pages, and I think all the love from home is going to him at the moment, and he has put up a fantastic
Fair play to
performance.
him, and probably because of the support. He wasn't in awe of the moment, for his first international appearance. And he nearly got a goal to get all 3 points there. But right now, he has it all to do against Ekarin. And Boris Legend, you said at the end, happy to hang on to the draw and happy to finish on 4 points. But Arroyos, if he scores 2 goals against Ekarin, he will qualify in place of Boris Legend.
I do agree with that, but there is one small thing that we need to clarify here, and it is actually the predict and win. We have a bit of a problem because nobody voted for draws.
Yeah.
We had a lot of Boras Legend votes, quite a number of Arroyos votes, those who believed in him, but there were no draws here, so I think we'll have to snowball it to the next round.
Or,
we'll see.
Hibidi will take the 10 million.
No, I think I need it more. I am still building my team. But we'll make a decision on that first. We'll try and see if there's anybody who can win that. We'll definitely reveal the winner before the start of the next match. But as it stands right now, what we can give you is definitely the codes, because we can give you immediately after this interview by Alois. Let's listen in. Apparently we can't listen in because, well, it's in Thai and we don't have it. Okay, we'll try our best. Our producers is trying our best to see if we can hear into the interview here with Alois.
เป็นไงบ้างครับ ขออภัยครับมัวแต่ตื่นเต้นไปหน่อย
Okay, so if you want to hear Aloyos' interview, I think you have to switch over to the Thai stream.
เพราะว่าที่ผมบอกว่ามัวแต่คิดว่าเรื่องชนะไม่ใช่อะไรเพราะว่าเรายังมีโอกาสที่จะเข้าสู่รอบต่อไปอยู่ขึ้นอยู่กับแมตช์สุดท้ายเลยอยากจะถามถึงแมตช์ต่อไปฮะมีความกดดันมากน้อยขนาดไหนเพราะว่ามันเป็นตัวตัดสินฮะว่าเราจะเข้ารอบหรือจะตกรอบและหยุดเล่นทัวร์นาเมนต์นี้แค่นี้ครับ
What you hope to achieve from this game, next game?
Obviously, I hope for a win, but it's against Thailand, the home team, so I think it will be very tough.
ก็คาดหวังครับคาดหวังที่จะชนะ เพราะว่ามันก็จะเป็นตัวตัดสินว่าในแมตช์ต่อไป
Okay, so as you could hear just now, Arroyos being asked on how he felt about the match, and he said he felt he could get the win, but eventually the game played out to a draw, and that's how things went down.
I think at the moment, I think he feels that he could have won. Saying that he could have won that, I think boosts his confidence a lot, because he knows that the Thai player lost quite decisively against Sweden's the Swedish player there. Ekwin lost 3-2 against Boras Legend.
Exactly, and it's good for Arroyos because the goal difference is only +1 for Boras Legend. And if Arroyo somehow gets 2 goals against Ekarin, he will pip Boras Legend to that top spot, and he will move on to the top 4 in the Intercontinentals.
Yeah, that's right. Well, here we have the code right here. So head on down to coupon.fo3.garena.com. This code will only be valid for the next 15 minutes or so. And this is the Season 14 World Cup Best 100 Player Pack. All the best to you, and hope you get great players as well. We're going to go for a very short, very quick break, and we'll try and discuss what to do with the balance 10 million that we have due to the predict and win, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll have 2 winners in the next one. We'll see how it goes. Stick around, guys, for the final match of the day for the Intercontinentals 2016 for EA Sports FIFA Online 3. Is the final match in Group D. It's your own Malaysia's representative Arroyos up against Thailand-based Ekarin. It's going to be a huge match. We'll see you guys in a few moments soon.
Okay guys, welcome back to the stream for our final match of the day between Arroyos and Ekarin. We saw earlier on in Group D, first match of the day, Boras Legend 3, Ekarin 2, and then our second match in Group D was a 0-0 draw between Arroyos and Boras Legend. So right now, it is going to be Arroyos versus Ekarin for the final game. Ekarin obviously can no longer qualify to the semi-final because only the top player from each group qualifies. But Arroyos has a fighting chance right now. All he needs to do is win by a 2-goal margin and he will get through. So right now, our final order of business for the day, a predict and win contest that we did earlier. We didn't have a winner for that because no one predicted draw. So right now, for the final match of the day between Arroyos and Ekarin, predict who the winner is going to be or if it's going to be a draw, and we will pick 2 winners to give away 10 million EP2. So leave your comments in the stream chat along with your manager name, and then we will go ahead and choose a winner at the end of this match. Also, our final code will be given out at the end of proceedings. So without further ado, let us get back into game. I think the players are in their lobbies, and here we go. Arroyos obviously used Real Madrid earlier on, and so he cannot play anymore as Real Madrid. He will be playing as Bayern Munich, and he will be sticking to his 4-1-1-4 formation. So Arroyos is the player you are seeing on stream here, and this is it. He's going with Lewandowski up front with Muller, Costa and Robben on the flanks, Thiago and Vidal in the holding midfield positions, and a flat back four of Alaba, Boateng, Benassia, and Philip Lahm. So Real Madrid being played by Ekarin. Ekarin obviously used Bayern Munich in that first game against Boras Legend. Right now he has Real Madrid a 4-4-2 formation, a 4-2-2-2 if you like. It's going to be Marcelo, Sergio Ramos, Pepe and Carvajal as the 4 defensive players. Casemiro and Toni Kroos as the holding midfielder, so very stiff but very big players. And the wingers will be James Rodriguez and Gareth Bale on left and right, and up front Cristiano Ronaldo just behind Karim Benzema. So both players are ready, and it looks like we are about to go into the game at any second now. And here we go, final game of the day. Once again guys, show your support for the final player from our server left in the competition, Arroyos, playing as Bayern Munich, as he looks to get a win against Ekarin to qualify for the semi-final stage. So this is Hibidi bringing you all the action from the Thailand Intercontinental Championship. Evil Swat has left for the day, and it's going to be me taking you all the way to the end of proceedings today. Also join us tomorrow 12:30 to 6:30 as we crown the winner of the first ever Intercontinental Championship in FO3. This is the first time we are seeing Europeans in our competitions, so join us tomorrow, as well as for the remainder of today for exciting FIFA action. One final check on the lineups. Arroyos will be kicking off from left to right in the red of Bayern Munich, and Ekarin in the alternate kit of Real Madrid, the away kit if you like, the grey kitted Real Madrid shirt. So Arroyos kicking off. David Alaba going for the long ball to Robert Lewandowski down the right, left-hand side, sorry. And Pepe picks that one up just about. Casemiro slowly bringing the ball up for Ekarin. You know, the pressure is off the Thai player because he knows he can no longer qualify for the semi-finals. But for Arroyos, it is very much on now. Long ball to Ekarin, great control there. Ronaldo smashed off the ball by Jerome Boateng. Great passing now, but just a bit too hasty from Arroyos. He needed to slow it down there, playing out from the back. The game is still long and he needs to recognize that he can be patient in possession. Lewandowski to Costa. Runs developing ahead of him, decides to slow it down, and once again getting cut out in the middle of the park. Arroyos has not started well in this game compared to how he played against Boras Legend, and it's probably nerves coming into the picture right now. Vidal driving forward for Arroyos. Thomas Muller, good hold up play back to Vidal, and now he's taking his time in possession now. Philip Lahm down the right hand side, stopping and turning and getting past one man. Here goes Muller. And Robben now finding some space, not doing much with the ball in particular. Chance here for Vidal, long shot, and what a save there by Keylor Navas. The first shot of the game, the first shot in anger from Arroyos. Stayed patient in possession, worked the opening, and a sweet shot from outside the box from Arturo Vidal, and he has a corner now for his efforts. A chance now to grab a goal from a set piece for Arroyos. Switches to an outswinger now. Back to an in-swinger with Muller standing over this set piece. Here comes slight bit of curl on it, and wow, stopped on the line by Dani Carvajal. What a let-off by Ekarin. He was so close to being 1-0 down there, and Arroyos almost taking the lead. Ekarin's turn to come forward now. Cristiano Ronaldo to Casemiro on the left side of central midfield. Nice switch play to Gareth Bale. Heavy touch there, and Alaba can recover thanks to that mistake from Gareth Bale. It's with Vidal now on the right side of midfield. Oh, dangerous play there. Almost getting dispossessed in his own half. But Philipp Lahm just about gets back possession for Bayern Munich and runs developing ahead of him. Chance to play in Lewandowski into the flank. Does not do that. Finds Robin instead. Twisting and turning on the edge of the box. Robin gets the ball back. Vidal. Oh, try to pick out Muller, but here comes Robin with the ball. Nice chop there. Got blocked off by the defender. You know, if he had gone down, it could have been a penalty. But once again, Ekarin surviving by the skin of his teeth and launching a long ball forward now for the counter-attack. Cristiano Ronaldo twists and turns and makes some space for himself. Finds James Rodriguez, who has drifted infield. Smacks it straight against Vidal, who nearly gives it back immediately. Oh, Alaba, you know, coming up with the roulette now. Arroyo is trying to loosen up and trying to stay fresh in attack. Here comes Thiago drifting to the left side of midfield. Nice scoop turn, nice ball manipulation. Finds Thomas Muller, nice heel flick. Finds a cross in the middle. Lewandowski just about over jumps that ball. Just got under the flight of it. And once again, another chance goes begging for Arroyos, who has completely dominated proceedings so far in this final game of the day. Casemiro switches it to James Rodriguez. Once again, drifting infield for Ekarin. Cristiano Ronaldo loses out to Thiago. Arroyos has played fantastically well, and as I say that, he gives the ball away, and it is a corner for Ekarin. Danger here now. Oh, and turns out it's going to be the end of the first half, so a let-off there for Arroyos, despite that strange piece of play by him. And here we see the closest we went to a goal, Nady Benatia, heading that towards goal, but just being cleared off the line by Dani Carvajal. Ekarin kicks off the second half from left to right in the grey of Real Madrid. Here comes James Rodriguez, once again in a central position, despite starting out on the left side of midfield. Marcelo tried to find Ronaldo, but excellent cutout. Philipp Lahm. Sergio Ramos, the Toni Kroos for Ekarin. Finds Karim Benzema back to Kroos. Good defense by Arroyos. Once again, Thiago sticking a foot out to intercept. Here comes Vidal, try to play it down the middle, but Pepe in the right place at the right time to snuff out the danger before the situation developed. Once again, Arroyos bombing forward. He knows he is running out of time. Here comes Douglas Costa. Great ball to Thomas Muller. Chance here, and Arroyos takes the lead. It is 1-0 to Malaysia against Ekarin, and completely deserved, I have to say, from Arroyos. Great patience, great through ball, and composure from Muller as well to set himself. Look at this through ball. And Muller taking it on the chest, cushioning down, and slotting it past Keylor Navas. Game on now, and Ekarin making some pauses, probably has to bomb forward, and Arroyos has the chance now to get the second goal to put him through to the semi-final and bring some glory to our server for once at an international event. What a goal from Malaysia, what a goal from Arroyos, and what a moment in the day for Singapore and Malaysia as we support our final remaining player from our server. Here we got Arroyos on stream now, on screen, looking focused. Remember, to support Arroyos, use hashtag GoBotak. So once again, hashtag GoBotak to show your support for Arroyos on stream. James Rodriguez, Toni Kroos now. Gareth Bale, Ekarin now working the left side of midfield. Marcelo stepping in field, finding Gareth Bale with the pass, and Gareth Bale just twisting and turning. Arroyos keeping his shape perfectly well at the moment. Once again, another interception from Thiago, but he gives the ball away. Thiago Alcantara has made several important interventions in midfield, and Douglas Costa tracks back to win the ball. Gives it to Lewandowski, too hasty in that pass, and Sergio Ramos can step up to make the interception, and it's Ekarin bombing forward now. James Rodriguez stepping in field and finding Marcelo in the overlap. Ronaldo here with the fake shot, Benzema over the top to Ronaldo, chance here. Rodriguez in wide of the upright. Is going to be a goal kick for Arroyos. He has 20 minutes to get another goal. Taking his time now. Arroyo sends that long towards the left-hand side, but once again, Real Madrid relentless in winning the ball back. Gareth Bale twisting and turning, trying to shake the attentions of Arturo Vidal, who is still sticking to him like glue. And here comes Tony Cruz on the right hand side. Danger here for Malaysia. Gareth Bale sends the cross up, and Casemiro is 1-1. And against the run of play, Ekerin, with those formation changes, he has found himself right back in this contest, and it is 1-1 now. Boras Legend, as things stand, will qualify as the winner of Group D, and he will move into the semi-final. Arroyos, 15 minutes to save himself now. Thomas Muller, Thiago Alcantara. He's going to be shell-shocked. It was so comfortable for him, but, all the way until those formation changes by Ekerin. Credit to the Thai player, he knew how to switch things up. And right now, he is looking a more dangerous player going into the closing minutes of this final game of the day. Tony Cruz now, chance to send a through ball in. Here comes Ronaldo, and all off the post. What a let-off for Arroyos, and he's still in with a fighting chance to win the group. James Rodriguez now on the edge of Malaysia's box. Sends that towards Marcelo on the left-hand side. Intercepted by Mehdi Benatia. Here goes Robin. One last chance perhaps for Malaysia. Lewandowski to Ian Robin. Through ball now. Can Costa get ahead of his man? Yes, he can. Can Pepe hold him off? No, he can't. Douglas Costa into the box. Reverse ball for Ian Robin, and just about misses it. Pepe. Oh! Wow, defensive mix-up there. And Keylor Navas smothering at the feet of the Portuguese international. Ekerin now bombing forward. Switches it towards James Rodriguez on the left-hand side. Ekerin is going to get the final chance of the game to win. James Rodriguez twisting and turning, has Marcelo for support. Finds him on the overlap. Marcelo now twists and turns and cuts back. Finds Tony Cruz and almost cut out there by Malaysia once again. Tony Cruz to Cristiano Ronaldo. No, sorry, Casemiro. Ronaldo now back to Casemiro. Marcelo on the left-hand side. Staying patient in possession. And Karim Benzema has found himself on the left flank now, switching positions with James Rodriguez, who once again has drifted in the field. And Malaysia finally picked the ball off, and it will be too little too late, and that is it. It is game over, and Malaysia draws with Thailand, to the disappointment of everyone on stream, and it is going to be Boras Legend who makes it through to the next round. Commiserations to Arroyos, commiserations to Ekerin, who both drop out. And also commiserations to Amran, who lost both games in Group A earlier on. Once again, Arroyos showing great sportsmanship, waiting for Ekerin to come out of the booth to shake hands. It was a fantastic game between these two players. On the balance of play, you have to argue that Malaysia deserved to win this game. They had so many more chances in the first half. This was the first goal, though. Douglas Costa with a great through ball to Thomas Muller. Took it on the chest, great control, and slotted it past the keeper. And Arroyos there. Big reaction from him. He knew at this point he was on hand to qualify. Ekerin sensed the pressure, made some tactical changes, and after a fine move, found Casemiro from a Gareth Bale cross to head past Neuer to make it 1-1. And that is how the match ended. So, at the end of a pulsating day in the Intercontinentals, we find ourselves with no representatives once again in the knockout stages. But, I mean, fair play to Amran and fair play to Arroyos especially. We saw a fantastic play from him. And, we can only hope that he continues to improve and continues to work hard as a player. And we hope to see him at the next Asian Championship in Shanghai in July as well. So, we have one last order of business today before we hand out our codes. The winners of our Predict and Win contest. XX Najimoto XX, you win for yourself 10 million EP, as well as the LS Kanda 24. So THELS Kanda 24. The winners of our Predict and Win contest. XX Najimoto XX, you win for yourself 10 million EP, as well as the LS Kanda 24. Yeah. So before we give out our codes, the winners of our Predict and Win contest, XX Najimoto XX, you win for yourself 10 million EP, as well as the LS Kanda 24. Before we give out our codes, the winners of our Predict and Win contest, XX Najimoto XX, you win for yourself 10 million EP, as well as the LS Kanda 24. Before we give out our codes, The winners of our predict and win contest, XX Najimoto XX, you win for yourself 10 million easily, as well as the LS Panda 2 Before we give out our LS the winners of our predict and win contest, XX Najimoto XX, you win for yourself 10 million easily, as well as the LS Panda 2 Before we give out our LS the winners of our predict and win contest, XX Najimoto XX, you win for yourself 10 million easily, as well as the LS Panda 2 Before we give out our LS the winners of our predict and win contest, XX Najimoto XX, you win for yourself 10 million easily, as well as the LS Panda 2 Before we give out our LS the winners of our predict and win contest, XX Najimoto XX, you win for yourself 10 million easily, as well as the LS Panda 2 Before we give out our LS the winners of our predict and win contest, XX Najimoto XX, you win for yourself 10 million easily, as well as you win for yourself 10 million easily, as well as you win for yourself 10 million easily, as well as you win for yourself 10 million easily, as well as you win for yourself 10 million easily, as well as you win for yourself 10 million easily, as well as